Absolutely. Come on, game. There we go. Thank you for the hydrate. Where did I put my bottle? There we go. That's a long pause. There we go. Yeah, we downloaded that. Alright, back to the campaign. Back to this. Tape to remember. There we go. Oh no. We got partially from shock to the news you saw last night, but you had to edit on the news last night. When you come downstairs, you find your family sat at the living room waiting for you. Okay, take a seat. Sam swallows before it. Blah blah. We were so worried about after Germany, everything happened. Sam shakes their head. I wonder what they'll do to him now. Are you okay? I can't shake the feeling he might be right. We saw that you chose to play that tape, and I couldn't help but wonder why. I didn't feel like I had a choice. Seemed like the right thing to do. But that's not good enough. Disrupt are bad people. I don't believe you did that. Charlie always was a bit whatever, I don't care. What's worse, Alex, I think you were in an impossible situation, and somehow you managed to make the right call. Sam throws their arms around you. Only you were stuck in that studio having to make that choice. No one can criticize you for what you did, and I'm proud of you. Man, poor Jeremy, though. You're never going to please everyone. Here we go. We're almost at a year. Almost. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. That's a year. Holiday update. Oh, fuck yeah. We getting Christmas? No. Damn it. Come on, dude. I thought we were getting a Christmas fucking episode. That would have been fun. Just as you're finishing up breakfast, Sam comes in with the post. Blah, blah, blah. Really cool place. So cold. Hope Chippy enjoyed the gift. Extra pair of socks. Nice. Sounds like a hell of a trip worth every penny. I don't care. Just get me to the news. There we go. The hell is this, though? Because there's Jeremy on camera 3. And then Jenny and Megan are, like, mourning him on that one. The 20-week war. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Alex, a word of warning. You'll no doubt notice some disrupt activity on the interference console tonight. You could choose to broadcast these alternative frequencies by scrolling the mouse wheel down, or return to channel 1 by scrolling up. Of course, I trust you know better than to put disrupt on the air, Alex. We show the news, nothing else.
Hey. Must be played. I'll put... Shit. Oh, shit. Yeah. Power.
You do where you turn politicians into humans. Just don't get drawn into
Shit.
talking about
Okay.
politics in general.
They do know this is the news, don't they?
Let's try this one.
You don't hear this from me.
Let's see. We got that. What is this?
Apparently, there's
A cruise of a lifetime. Oh, hell yeah. Let's do a cruise of a lifetime.
something tonight. They'll get it on the news.
Oh, great. So they get the
Yeah, I
performing-
don't...
a performing monkey.
I really don't... I'm not jealous of you, Kitsa. This is a tough job. Just even playing this game. If this was what it's like, I could not. And especially live, like... If you're editing, like, between, like, yeah, the footage... And you'd be like, okay, I'll just, I'll cut, camera 1 stuff out and put camera 2 there. Like, that's easier, but, like, when it's live and you have to decide like in 10 seconds to like
3.
it's impossible.
Good evening. This is the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolf. It's the 140th day of war. Our main headlines tonight. Company of Heroes. Skirmishes on land and sea again today as our armed forces tested the mettle of the World Council's illegal blockade.
Okay.
Advance's strategy
let's do this one.
small-scale incursions into the disputed zone is certainly keeping the enemy on high alert, unable to work out where or when the next strike will come. Proud parents throughout the territory find themselves ever more impressed by the bravery and commitment of their incredible children and the job they're doing keeping supply lines open against all possible odds.
These sound
Don't
sound
starve.
effects?
Advance's food program moved from strength to strength today as rationing depots were
No,
opened in the
okay.
last remaining unfed areas of the territory. The rationing depots have been constructed in record time.
Now let's do
and
it.
the government's
Stick
agricultural
with it. No.
coordination strategy
B.
has seen shelves restocked with increasing
No,
regularity.
A.
However, with a reported rise in mental and physical health issues since the imposition of the blockade, critics have questioned whether those smaller communities which are only now starting to receive help could have been better and quicker served.
Okay.
7 days to die.
7
The
Days to
recent
Die. I
decision
love
to
that
allow
game.
Those with long-term health conditions to access transition centres has today been declared an overwhelming success. Previously available only to those in their final years, the expansion of the service has been met with relief by the many organisations calling for it to be opened up to the wider community. With dwindling medical supplies leaving many of our most vulnerable facing chronic pain, it can come as no surprise that the transition centres have found themselves stretched to capacity. Populace. More
Okay.
than 11% of the population have thus far failed to register for a team membership card. A worrying statistic given
Let's do
that the
B.
cards are a legal requirement from midnight tonight. It's up to the other 89% of us to remind our tardy friends that not taking advantage of all the exclusive services available to cardholders is now, as it should be, absolutely criminal.
Right.
Start me up. Disrupt spokesman Alan James held an impromptu rally today in the northern city of Mankipool. Large crowds gathered to hear the band speaker prove Disrupt are still able to capture the public's imagination.
That looks
A
interesting.
representative from the Mankipool Community Cohesion Team described the event as mostly peaceful. But
Mostly.
it looks like Disrupt aren't going quietly into the night.
I bet.
And finally tonight, our mutual friend. Bail was denied in the High Court today for shamed former National
Shit.
Nightly News anchor Jeremy Donaldson. The presenter will be transferred to new lodgings at Penton Ridge Prison, while the lengthy preparations for his trial, which is still 18 months away, begin. Since being taken into custody 10 weeks ago
Try the
in
other
this
one.
very studio, little has been heard from our former colleague. Despite how things ended, we wish him the best, and we'll be sure to bring you all the details of that court case.
God
every night.
damn, dude.
But first tonight, with the
Alright.
war about to enter its 21st week, I'll be chatting with Peter Clement live in an exclusive team talk from his home in Lanfordshire.
5,
Don't go away.
4,
You won't want to miss
3,
a second of tonight's
2,
National Nightly
1.
News.
Everything's good. And here we go, and this is my favorite part. Back to
Later in
one.
the programme, I'm thrilled to say I'll be chatting with mega pop star Lil C, who's going to be treating us to a world premiere of her new single. And then after that, in part 3, we've got something new I promise you won't want to miss. But first tonight, let's check in with Prime Minister Peter Clement, who's coming to us through the magic of television all the way from his home in Lanfordshire. Are you receiving me, Prime Minister?
Loud and clear, Miss Wolf. Loud and clear.
Well, let's start with the obvious. What's that in your hand, Prime Minister?
Cheeky cow. Cheeky cow. 75 days without an alcoholic drink, and I've got to say, I'm beginning to feel the benefits.
It certainly looks that way.
Well, I made a promise to Mrs. C, and as my old man used to say,
A promise is worth keeping?
it was something like that, only with assholes.
So, I've heard from my sources that you and the illustrious Mrs. C plan to take your winter break somewhere a little different this year.
That's right. We're planning a walking holiday right here in the territories, which is different for us because, like you, Megan, I've always been a big fan of those warm foreign beaches.
Did you make this decision because of the blockade, Prime Minister?
Well, no, that's a good question. Well, as you know, while the blockade has effectively restricted the flow of goods into the country, we and our neighbours have continued to allow unimpeded travel for business leaders, ministers and such. So, although me and the missus could theoretically go to that gorgeous beach I just mentioned, it just doesn't smell
I knew that you're
like team spirit.
pretty much, yeah.
After all, as my old man used to say, when life gives you shite, make shite pie.
It works just as well with lemons and lemonade.
No, don't even try.
Prime Minister, maintaining a healthy body like
getting
yours
hacked.
at a time of national crisis must require some demanding planning. What's your regime and how do you go about it all?
Well, the truth be told, it's all down to Claude, my
Claude?
infinitely patient personal trainer. He's a man with a patient personal trainer. Crap with a fat.
Wow, on that very subject, how are you and Mrs. C handling
Whoops.
living on rations?
Well, let me tell you, Megan, back in the 50s, when I worked for you backstage for your Patrick Brannan's dad, did you know I did that?
I think everyone knows that, Prime Minister.
Well, what you probably didn't know was that Graham Bannon was a right tightwad, paid the bare bloody
Oh, my.
minimum and still found every possible excuse he could to dock your pay even further. I remember he once docked me a whole $5 for having an unacceptably smelly lunchbox type bastard. Anyway, what I'm saying is back then I ate a lot less than
Censor
I am now,
it.
even under rationing.
We're all
We
good.
all did. And let's face it, there are still plenty of
Yeah, we're
people in
good.
this country who could afford to lose a little bit of weight.
What are you implying? No, but seriously, Prime Minister, we know you're very busy, but one final question, if I may.
Oh, well, go on then.
When you get home from a long day, your head full of the territory's hopes and fears, what music do you listen to when you work out to take your mind
Oh
off
my
things?
god.
Well, I know I've got a bit of a reputation for being an old fuddy-duddy. But
Fuddy-duddy.
I'd be lying if I didn't say there's something about Little C that just demands one's attention.
Well, let's hope you stay watching, Prime Minister, because she is going to be talking and performing live after the break.
Oh jeez.
Oh, I'll be watching. After all, as my old man used to say, everything's a treat on a boring Friday with nothing but the wind up your shunt.
It's Wednesday, Prime Minister.
Hey yo.
I think the expression still stands.
Peter Clement, thank you for joining me. You at home, but I think there's something kind of inspirational there.
Whoops.
I know,
That's
I feel
fine.
safer. When we
Alright.
come back, Lil C is going to be giving us the debut performance of her
Um,
new single, and I'll be getting to meet her. As her biggest fan, I don't mind telling you, I'm pretty excited. Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
Cut the commercial.
1 minute back. Gripping stuff.
Was that even news?
I think you forgot to ask him what his favourite number is.
Oh, I must have forgotten that in all the excitement.
So assuming it's not vodka, what do you think's actually in that milk? I reckon it's the tears of his enemies.
You are one disturbed individual.
How I cope.
So I love that. Alright.
Several sites and drinking copious booze. I'd like my friends from work to take a good look at the cheapest hangover, cause you can book a life.
The hell's going on over there?
In the life, just like the brochures say, you can
I don't even have a fan.
You'll no doubt have spotted the updated mixing disc. You'll need the new buttons during the next sections. First, we'll need applause when the guest enters and before her song. Don't worry, I'll walk you through it when we get there.
Okay. What the hell, dude? This game is like a complete drug trip, dude. I'm trying. That's completely fair. Alright, here we go.
My kids go mad for it.
Hang on, Colin,
Alright.
you've got kids.
Yeah, I've got about 7, I think.
Alright. To 1.
5, 4, 3.
Thanks for coming back. Later, we have an exciting new feature that we just know you're going to love, so stay tuned for that. But first, I'm really excited for our next guest. She rose to prominence as the delightful Susie May in All My Daughter's Children.
Yeah, perfect.
Before taking the music industry by storm this year with her debut album smashing the chart records at the age of just 20. Let's give it up and welcome Lil C!
I'm clicking!
May I just say, you look incredible.
Oh, thanks, babe. I'm doing this new regime and it really does work.
What's the regime?
My manager suggested it to me. It basically involves bathing in like cabbage water.
Okay.
And having the leaves sucked out of you while you sleep.
What?
Wow, is that healthy?
Well, look at me, Meg. The leaves are my only nourishment.
Yep, they certainly are.
Uh,
Now, you'll have to forgive me, but I'm somewhat of a...
I didn't know it was more of a
Sorry if I get a bit
like
starstruck.
selective
Bless you.
thing.
I've never actually heard of you before, so if you do get a little tongue-tied, I can always carry the interview.
Oh, that's good to know. So your first album, F My Face Together,
Oh
it hit
my
shelves
God.
this summer and it just exploded. I mean, what's that like for you?
Bonkers, just so weird. I was in all the
F
papers,
my
and the
face.
magazines. Overnight, I went from that like annoying little girl from that show to that like sexy little girl from that show.
Wow, that must have been bizarre.
Not really. It was just like any other morning. You know, get up at 5, go on a 4-mile run, have 3 meetings on my cabbage bath, but then only then was my dad actually talking to me.
Oh, of course. I mean, the famed country singer, Billy Bob Jean Short. I didn't know you'd been estranged.
There's nothing that strange about it, Megan. Okay, yes, he may believe that aliens told him to hate women, but there really isn't anything to prove that he's wrong.
Oh my.
So, this newfound explosion into your popularity, I mean, did that change your life?
Well, I had to start wearing like nice underwear, you know, for the paparazzi. But as my manager says, best to make the most of it before I'm 30.
Is that right? So, what's the album about?
So I thought it was about like how pretty and great I am, but actually it's about monetizing youth, I think, or about like promoting an unrealistic standard of beauty or something.
Your manager again.
Yeah, he says insecurity is an opportunity.
Oh, do you think he'd be happy with you telling us all this?
Telling you all what? It really doesn't matter what I say here. I'll do my dancing and then this part will all be forgotten about.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, we're going to see some of
That's
those
fair.
famous dance moves very shortly because you're going to be performing your new single, aren't you?
Yeah, it's from my album Put It In My A Together and it's out tomorrow.
So soon, after the last one.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
I've actually released 2 albums since lunchtime and a clothing line during this interview.
Oh my god.
See, this is called Cry for Help and it's going to be in all the best high street and retailer shops and it's out now. So girlies, you know what to do. Scream and cry until somebody
the
gets
hell?
it for you.
There she goes. Blimey. All these projects, they're keeping you very busy, aren't they?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it can get tough and I hate it sometimes and I hate myself. I just want to like cry into a bath of root veg. But then I think thousands of girls would do anything to be me, so I must be quite lucky.
Well, you know you don't have to do this though, don't you?
Yeah, I do think that sometimes. Most nights between like my 4th vodka and the 8th time a stranger slaps me around the arse. I think things could have been different, you know, like better. But I don't know. I love doing autographs and having somebody dress me and tell me what to wear.
Did you always want to do music?
Well, ever since I was a little girl, I did. I sit in front of the radio.
I'm
And as
nervous
soon as I
because we're
played
gonna
the
have to do
girl
a
would
music
come when I
video
put
here in a
the ball
second.
my cassette. But then my dad would come in and tell me to turn it off and to go back upstairs and start practicing again.
Sorry, is your dad your manager?
Yeah, which can be tough. And sometimes when it gets really hard, he'll say, "Make Cragler proud and you might just survive childbirth."
What?
You know what, despite anything, you'll make me proud.
Oh, if only your opinion was as valuable as his.
And on that problematic note, you're going to be singing your song for us soon, aren't you? Tell me about it.
So it's called These Babies Gonna Bring You Home, and I actually got sent the lyrics in the car on the way up here. You know what? It's actually alright. And don't worry, all my work is team approved.
All right then. Well, you can go and get ready for that. We'll see you in a little bit. It was a very specific type of pleasure to chat to her, and I just can't wait to hear this. Oh, so here is Lil C with an exclusive first performance of Hen Chat. These Babies Gonna Bring You Home. Take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Force's
Okay.
favorite. It's the The queen of teams. Here to break in your blockades. Lil C.
The hell kind of song is this?
Oh baby, can't you see I'm hungry? There's a place in me that's empty. I want that meat you're packing. Only you can fill
What the
crack in me.
Oh no!
I'm under siege, so come and free me. Ain't no disruption here, boy. I got no agenda. Just want the team and me. No dirty foreign member. Don't stop no morning drill. There's holes in me that ain't been filled yet. I only scream this loud.
Jesus Christ. This music is weird.
Quick before I get much older, tie me down and pull me like an enemy soldier. An enemy soldier. So let them try and break.
Whoa, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Oh no, 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 no.
Some action, so come and break my sanctions. I've been this wild and free since my mom burdened me. She was only 53, but gave to save her family. There's no one judging me if I'm the one that's in your fantasy. Don't die alone, these babies gonna bring you home. I ain't no
She's not even singing it.
come and skirmish on my border. Quick before I get much older, tie me down and pull me like an enemy soldier. An enemy soldier. So what if Peter Clemens boys can come and use me as a toy and flip me over
Jesus Christ,
and
dude.
rip off my clothes and
No,
I
whoa,
wanna
okay.
see some action, so come and break my sanctions.
Jesus Christ. Wait, whoa, 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 what the hell's going on? What the hell's going on, dude? Dude, this is way too vivacious.
Well, if that doesn't distract you from the world outside, I don't know what will.
Jesus
I'd
Christ.
like to thank Lil C for...
What's
well,
after
for
the
doing
break?
that. Don't go anywhere. After the break, we'll finally be revealing the new segment of our show that we just know you're going to love. We'll be back right after this.
And we're out.
Jesus Christ. That was fucking weird.
Can I just say, thank you so much for letting me do this. It really means a lot to me, you know.
Yeah.
To be able to promote myself on such a mainstream platform like the news.
Well, don't worry about it. And you know what? Good luck for the future. Take care of yourself. This industry can be crazy sometimes. Watch out for that father of yours, won't you?
Oh, no. I manage myself. It's just, you know, for the public to have that certain perspective of me. You know what it's like.
Oh, right.
And Michael? Michael?
What about Billy Bob Jeanshaw? Is he?
Oh, my dad. He's such a sweetheart. We both had the same agents, you know, like it just made sense. Both of us for our image together.
Wow.
And Michael,
Okay.
I want to see the revenue share for the clothing line and get me a G&T before my meeting with the lube guys.
Oh, fuck?
Say for your pleasure.
Lube guys?
Stop needing it.
The fuck?
As a team, to tell you this, but you're going to need all 4 sound effects buttons for this next section. Try
What?
and pick the most appropriate sound effect for the actors' lines. They can't hear your choices, so they'll be assuming you're helping things along and not making them look
Oh
ridiculous.
no.
Mind you, after the last section, can't help
Oh, fuck's sake.
I'm better than that now.
No, not this dumbass.
Adding flowers.
Not Jeff Algebra.
Feels like 12. Got it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, right away. 10 seconds.
Because we are you.
Oh, great.
5, 4, 3.
Thanks for joining us for part 3. We've been teasing you about our new feature all night, and now the wait is finally over. I can reveal that every night on the show we'll be treated to an episode of an informative and hilarious new segment called The Notice Board. It stars some top talent and we're very excited about it. But before we see it, let's have a quick chat with the writer, director and phenomenon, may I say, Jeff Algebra, guys!
Actually, I've dropped the algebra. I go by Jeff DePoon now. How'd you like that?
Yeah, very fancy. I suppose you need a new name now that you're a successful artiste.
Well, exactly.
Jesus.
I'm earning enough to pay taxes now.
Oh my god.
And how does Angela feel about all
That's
this?
hilarious.
How does Angela feel about all this? Your wife. Your wife.
God, no. No, she's long gone. No, she was holding me back. I'm with Norm now.
Norm?
Norm de Plume.
Yeah.
Norm de Plume.
Yeah.
And why did you write this? What was your inspiration?
Oh, well, I received a telephone call offering me 25 grand to write a pro-team sitcom. And I heard my father's voice. It said, Jeff, you listen here, boy. You make hay while the sun shines. You wring every penny you can get out of this. So I wheeled him down to the transition centre, got out my typewriter and started clacking. Utter shite.
And without further ado, let's give it up for the notice board.
I meant to click!
You have to play a sound effect, Alex. Alex, if you kick this up, you'll ruin the notice board, and the actors won't be happy.
Good morning, Miss Craven.
Oh,
Miss Craven.
morning, Ray.
Everything all right, Mrs. Craven? You look as worried as the vicar in closing time.
Oh, Ray, it's those young louts. They've vandalized my shop again.
No!
Yes! They've written all sorts of obscene language and crude pictures.
Jesus
and I
Christ.
know it's those damn youths.
I don't know. It could be the vicar at closing time.
Alright.
I'm just worried they won't ever become productive.
This is gonna be a pain in the
members
ass.
of the community. What if they never see the error of their ways and end up as social outcasts, such as shoplifters or bong rats?
Don't worry, Mrs. Craven. This is a very supportive community, and I'm sure that in time they will fit into this society like this key into this lock.
This is tough, dude. Not giving me enough time to pick my things.
See? Works like a charm.
What a lovely way to put it, Ray. And just like that, we can unlock their future.
Yes. Wow! Look at all the letters in my collection today.
Oh, I think that one's addressed to me.
What? Do you fucking laugh at it?
This one? Oh, so you're right.
This is impossible.
Here it is.
It's a letter from my granddaughter, Brenda. She says she got an A on her maths exam because one of her friends has been helping her. She was always a team player, was our Brenda.
What's up, losers?
Oh, no! It's Brad! He's the coolest guy in the village.
That's right. I just got here on my motorbike.
Oh, clear off, Brad. We don't want any of
Okay.
your ilk around here.
What? Rad dudes?
No, ruffians. Have you come to tag the notice board with your gang signs?
No way. I've actually come to pin my resume on that notice board.
Resume?
I'm looking to do some tutoring after school.
What did you say? Tutoring?
That's right.
I'll talk about it in a second.
That's right. Would you mind, Ray? Would you mind, Ray?
Not at all.
Put it in the mail.
So you
It's just gonna be like that.
have been spending your time helping others and not just urinating on churches or huffing glue?
Urinating on churches.
I haven't huffed glue for months.
Well, blow me down!
You know what? We misjudged you based on how young and cool you are, and not on your actions.
No doy.
So it wasn't you who vandalized my shop last night or called me a rancid old crone from the back of a chopper?
No way. It can't have been me. I was too busy helping my friend Brenda with her maths homework.
Could you speak up there? I thought for a minute there that you said Brenda.
Brenda.
I did, you daft old sow.
Did you hear that, Ray?
Oh, yes, what a wonderful surprise. I now respect you as a man.
Put her there, Ray. Oh, what the heck? Give us a hug.
Shit. Full on power outage. Shit. There we go. Okay, everything's back on.
Sorry to interrupt the first groundbreaking episode of the notice board, but we are receiving some breaking news.
That was a bombing or
I'm being
something.
told we are picking up reports from across the continent of what appear to be nuclear explosions in 4 major foreign cities. Initial estimates put the death toll into. They put them into millions. I'm being told we're experiencing some power shortages as a result, so apologies for the interruption. And apparently we can go live now to team headquarters for an emergency broadcast from Prime Minister Julia Salisbury.
It does. It's not for broadcast.
Yes, let's go to that now.
Paula, what are you laughing at?
Good evening, citizens and leaders of the world. Minutes ago, operatives working for Advance detonated nuclear explosives simultaneously in 4 major
So
cities.
we had an
across the
earthquake.
continent.
Or not an earthquake, we had bombed.
We have similar devices in 58 other urban centres and will not hesitate to detonate them if our conditions are not met and without delay. The people of our territory will no longer tolerate your illegal and genocidal blockade. You are to remove it immediately. We will accept nothing less than your unconditional surrender. Your territories will be taken under our control.
Okay.
We will install replacement governments to ensure that your citizens become part of the new future. Your borders are now our borders. Your people are our people. They will finally be fed and clothed and educated and healed.
I'm just going back and forth.
But for your privileged few, the moment that they feared is now upon them.
This is unprecedented. Our government has
Allow
committed
me
an
to
act,
be crystal
multiple
clear.
acts of mass destruction
If you
in our
fire
name.
a single shot at our territory or harm a single one of our citizens, we
hell
will
is going
not
on?
hesitate to detonate further devices. You will not find them. then no doubt you are already searching for them.
We are waiting
Our
further
technology is
news
decades
and-
ahead of yours.
If they respond.
We will expect your complete acceptance of our terms by midnight tonight. Thank you. Thank you.
My God.
I don't really talk about my personal life in my job. It's not relevant or important. So many of you may be surprised to learn that I have a brother. His name is
Had a
David.
brother. Fuck. Pretty sure.
And right now I can't get his stupid face out of my head. He's a researcher and he's currently travelling the continent for work. And I don't know where he is right now.
Damn.
And I should imagine that there are many of you sitting at home tonight digesting this news, and you also have loved ones on the continent. In Urkistan, or Havia, or San Palmerino, or Konislava, which is where David was when I last spoke to him 3 days ago. So when I tell you I know how you are feeling tonight, believe me, I do. But I also know that there's a flow to events. I see it every day here. I know that although tonight it feels like we may be in a time of fear and darkness, we may actually be at the break of a new dawn. We don't know that yet. We can't know that yet. But together we will find out. And I will be here every night, feeling what you are feeling. And with your help, maybe we can all get to that brave new world. My name's Megan Wolf. Let's make tomorrow better.
And we're out.
Whew.
Got people ringing around, but the telephone networks are overloaded.
Alright. First episode of the Nose Board was a success. So that's a good thing.
Exactly which cities were hit or...
Megan. We will find him.
There's like some raid bullshit going on there. Okay. Well, there we go. Now the broadcast complete. I did not expect to actually get a good rating on that broadcast. That last one was very bad. That was hot, yeah. Exceedingly poor edit. Disrupt interfered with the show intentionally. I once the final ad of the show is just impossible to watch. All offensive words were censored. An interference-free show. Nice. Where am I? I got a generous bonus. Let's go. Okay, everything has gone up. Disrupt text. I wanted to hear. Yeah, I want to hear what that was about. Wait, we can watch. Oh yeah, we can watch the ad on the TV here.
We are hearing stories of
In a
power
minute.
fluctuations and what could be minor earthquakes throughout the continent. Stand by. Contact with our benefactors in Urkistan and Konislava. All our equipment seems to be resetting.
Yeah, that's interesting. Advert, 20-week war. Which one was it, though? Might have been Flard Festival. It was probably Flard Fest.
Everybody loves farts.
There you go, Kawaii.
From holding your house up to keeping your bills down, there really seems to be no limit to their uses.
An immersive Flard Festival. So sexy. British booba, Brazilian booba, all the kinds of boobas.
There really seems to be no limit to their uses.
Lenny Nostrils Nick Sniff. What the fuck kind of name is that? on boundaries of the improbable. An experience and festival.
Everybody loves bards.
And the game crashed. Oh. Nope. Yeah, fully crashed. Wah, wah. Let's hope that doesn't mean that I have to reset the day. I'm gonna hope. But I highly doubt it. I think I'm gonna have to redo that fucking episode, and it's gonna be the biggest pain in the ass. Because that game is so fucking painful. As much as I love this game, it is so painful. I've been living in a paradise. It's awfully nice if you don't think twice. I've been living in a paradise ever since you run advances on me.
I'm Megan Wolf. And I'm Jeremy Jones. Our main headlines tonight.
Okay. Yeah, this is a new one. Perfect. Thank you for the hydrate. But. Okay. Proportionate response. The rest of the shift is a blur in your head. Operatives working for advanced detonated nuclear explosives. Did that just really happen? Pull the drive with no memory of the journey home. Light in the front room is on. Clearly someone else is still awake. And you find Sam sitting on the sofa. The screen is off and they're clearly lost in thoughts. You take a seat beside them and put a reassuring hand on their shoulder. They don't look at you, but they do reach up to take your hand in theirs. Now you're closer. You can see Sam's face more clearly. You see a look you've never seen before. Chris and Susie, they're both... I know, what do we do? What the hell can we do? The bastards killed Chris and Susie. And millions of others. All because of their fucking war. And we never asked for. Which there should be tears. Where there should be tears, there's only fire. Pure raw fury. They're manic now. I hate them, Alex. And I know you've always wanted to support Advance, but after this, they're monsters. Nothing can justify what they did. And anyone who tries to is just bad. Let me bang you, hey, yo? No, I'm not gonna... Alright, fine. Depending on how long these things take, I'll turn on the sound alerts. But for the majority of the game, like, I don't want sound alerts on while I'm doing the news. Yeah, no. There we go. Relief spreads over Sam's face like a wave, and they collapse against you, clutching tightly. Clearly, this is weighing heavily on them. You're not sure what you process it fully yet. Jesus fucking hell, Kawaii. Thank you for the 50 bits. Fucking reading. I hate it, okay? I'm done reading. Give me news. I want to do news. Final farewell. What the hell's that? Oh, because of the thing. Okay. 9 days since the so-called Liberation Night in the beginning of Advance's new future. You weren't the first ones at the church today. You're staggered by the number of people who have come to mourn with you. Everyone is here for the same reason, sharing the same pain, the same sense of loss. It's written all over their faces, which is it would be on yours. Your little girl, Susie. Oh yeah, Susie's... Oh shit. Because we'd let her go on her fucking trip. Well, fuck Advance now. I'm not playing their stupid adverts. Fire me. I don't fucking care. You killed my fucking daughter. And all for what? Jesus Christ. How many years ahead are we going? Similarly, ordinary morning. You didn't hear? Yeah, another one's gone missing. What's that bring the total up to now? Oh, I should think over 100 at this point. Wait. In the break room? Oh, teacups. Okay. Another professor went missing from Queensview University. With all the other disappearances over the last year, scientists, doctors, researchers. She pauses before lowering her voice to a whisper. It was clearly Disrupt targeting the people speaking out against them. I haven't heard Vance start struggling to prevent further. A deep, familiar voice behind you interrupts. A silence overtakes the room. What exactly is going on here? Bozeman clears his voice before continuing. I've told you before. I don't want to hear about these so-called disappearances. All right. I hope we get to see Jeremy again before the end of the game here, but we probably won't. So I would appreciate it if you would refrain from talking about it further. Okay, whatever. I don't care. Let's just do the news, huh? Jesus Christ. We're on day 840. 850 days in. Fuck, are you kidding? You drum your fingers on the steering wheel, impatiently waiting. Should I add a command? If you want to, Tyler, it's up to you. As you wait for Charlie again. It's great. He's enjoying the Cohesion Cadets and is so enthusiastic. But does he really need to stay behind every week to help? It's your Saturday evening too, after all. You can't help but smile back, the frustration starting to fade as you see him so genuinely happy. After hugging his friends goodbye, Charlie heads over to the car and gets in, his face flushed with excitement. So how was you're interrupted as he can't contain himself any longer. Guess what? What is it? So the Cohesion Cadets is starting point for becoming a CCO. So we get a head start when applying for that. Charlie Gush is clearly keen on explaining his news, almost tripping over the words to tell you. Well, apparently from next year, the top 5% of cadets will be taken into a special program to becoming CCMs, Community Cohesion Managers. And guess who's going to be in it? He beams at you. That's great news, Charlie. Grin. Yeah, I'm glad I joined. I can't wait to tell everyone. You chuckle. It's great to see him doing so well. Yeah. I don't care. I'm just letting you know that the fucking next news night that we have here is gonna be Yeah, we are gonna be doing that 24-hour stream eventually. Not now. You're surprised in the bed next to you. When you wake up, they must have got in very late last night from drinks with the folks from school. You decide to let him sleep in and enjoy a lazy Sunday morning. With the house quiet, you decide to bring some breakfast into the living room to watch some TV. While you eat, this is breaking news reports are coming up from across the country that large swatches of farmland went up in flames last night as a part of what authorities are calling a heinous and well-planned act of terrorism by the group known as Disrupt. In addition to food stores, which government sources have said will put a strain on universal menu centers countrywide, a number of CCO and civic buildings were targeted in last night's attack. According to Prime Minister Julia Salisbury, specific prisons and re-education and betterment facilities were raided, and a small selection of problematic and potentially dangerous individuals were forcibly extracted from lawful custody. Fortunately, the CCOs were well prepared for an event like this, and Disrupt appeared to be disorganized in comparison. Fuck! While there were a limited number of fatalities, these were entirely compromised of Disrupt terrorists, with only 3 CCOs reported injured in the various conflicts across the country. A significant amount of Disrupt activists were arrested and incarcerated, awaiting transfer to a Betterment Center. More on the story as it develops. You're interrupted by Charlie walking into the blurry-eyed with a piece of toast. Anything interesting going on? Mutely, you leave the news on a cycle through the story again. Charlie watches in silence. By the end of the broadcast, they're dubbing it the Night of Fire. Everything's gonna be okay, right? I hope so. We'll have to see, bud. $9.12. There we go. Get some news going. Yeah. So whenever we do the broadcast, that's when I'm gonna turn off the sound alerts. So whenever we're doing broadcasts, that's when the sound alerts are off. This is gonna be interesting. Looks like Megan might be on the notice board episode. Very excited to see that. A year and a half since Liberation Night. God damn.
Alex, this is Alan James. The revolution starts tonight, Alex, and to be frank, we need your help. I know you've never been that sympathetic to our cause, but since the bombs, well, you've seen what happened.
Yeah.
They have to be stopped, Alex. You know it in your heart, and tonight, well, it might be our very last chance. Play our tape at the second break. It's on your right. And please, when I hack in, let my message reach the people just once, just tonight, before advance can't be stopped.
What tape?
How's it doing?
How should I know?
What, you haven't heard from him?
He's a wanted criminal, Colin.
So's my nan, but she never misses her birthday.
Your grandmother's on the run, Colin.
Yeah. Armed robbery, resisting arrest, double homicide of the same bloke.
Oh my.
She's right off.
I hope he's alright though.
No, he's got this far, and your brother was fine. Going in 10 seconds, everybody. Wonder what they're doing.
Annoying him, probably.
Not probably, definitely. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. This is the National Nightly News broadcasting across the territories. My name is Megan Wolf. Our top stories tonight. Future legend. It's been 40 days since Disrupt conducted multiple attacks across the territories. During the coordinated action, subsequently dubbed the Night of Fire, emergency services were kept busy at the agricultural centres, while a series of covert attacks
The hell's
were carried
going on
out
with them?
freeing political prisoners, including former newsman.
Hey!
Nothing's been heard from the missing journalist since the
Yay,
violent
good
attack on his
for
convoy
Jeremy.
6 weeks ago. Donaldson was on his way back to Betterment after his notorious court appearance. All of us here at Channel 1 hope that wherever he is now, he's safe. Food, glorious food. With the last of the menu centres opening in territories 5,
He's
8
free.
and 14 today, Advance confirmed that the programme is now in full operation, providing free food for every citizen of the new future. What started as rationing during the 20-week war has blossomed into a social contract that is the envy of the unawakened world. Promising a healthy, nutritious diet designed
That
to
is
keep
not
all
healthy.
citizens at peak performance, the menu
Is he,
centres
like,
use
wine in
locally
that
sourced
shit?
produce for that farm-to-plate experience, without the need for spreading manure in your tighty-whities.
Oh my.
Happy talk. Record happiness levels have been reported today across the territories. As more and more former countries join the new future, a survey carried out by scientists at Queensview University reveals a stunning fall in depression, self-harm, and
Let's just do
suicides, especially in those territories which have
Let's do the
historically
graph.
faced the most unjust of indivisions. According to the professors, the binominal trajectories of the Bezier distribution show signs of becoming
Can we
both
go back to
inverted
talking about
and
Dante's taint?
protracted when dispersed over the square root of time. By applying Harrington's third law in conjunction with the vowels variation, we can clearly see that things are looking mathematically good for Julia Salisbury and Advance. Something's coming. Unsubstantiated rumours here in Territory 1 of armed protests tonight by increasingly desperate disrupt terrorists. Despite the best efforts by the government, the self-styled resistance movement has continued to carry out a series of ever more extreme attacks. When asked about Disrupt's future plans, inexplicably popular spokesman Alan James answered, "You won't have to wait long to find out." Thanks, Alan. Opaque as always. 3 of our regular stories come to an end tonight. First, a flood rain's gonna fall. More tragic photographs emerged today from Sophia Remington's failed Flood Festival. Arrivals at the island paradise were shocked to discover that the accommodation was on fire, the ocean was missing, and the only music was Jackson Hamstring's Banjo Fantastic, with 81-year-old Jackson Hamstring, who mercifully appeared to have forgotten his banjo. One crying attendee told reporters, "I came here to find my inner Flard, but all I discovered was what it's really like to be a Paul." Whilst most of the blame has been passed to event manager Jimmy Longcon, Sophia Remington's
Jimmy
resignation is
Longcon.
expected in the coming days. Surely not the way she'd have liked her tenure as CEO to end. Fun guy. Unexpected news today as 2 familiar scientists announced the
What's the
birth
difference?
of an extraordinary child. The underground struggle of doctors David Wong and Ingrid Sporsborg of Hoggensvoort captured the
course.
hearts of people around the world.
Ingrid
And
Horsborg and
after an arduous
Horgenhorn.
return voyage, which took over a year, the couple say they've never been happier. Baby Dante is said to be healthy, if a bit partial to the airing cupboard. Full time. The sporting world.
No! God fucking damn it. Why is this game crashing, dude? Now I have to deal with this broadcast again! If it crashes one more time during the broadcast, then I'm gonna just pivot to something else. We might do some art. Or if anything, we might just end it. Living in a paradise.
Good evening. I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Jones. Our main headlines tonight.
The revolution starts tonight, Alex, and to be frank, we need your help. I know you've never been that sympathetic to our cause, but since the bombs, well, you've seen what happened. They have to be stopped, Alex. You know it in your heart, and tonight, well, it might be our very last chance. Play our tape at the second break. It's on your right. And please, when I hack in, let my message reach the people just once, just tonight, before Advance can't be stopped.
Alright, alright, alright. Oh.
So what?
How's it doing?
How should I know?
What, you haven't heard from him?
He's a wanted criminal, Colin.
So's my nan, but she never misses a birthday.
Your grandmother's on the run, Colin.
Yeah. Armed robbery, resisting arrest, double homicide of the same bloke.
The same person. Double homicide of the same person. How does that happen?
And your brother was fine. Going in 10 seconds, everybody. Wonder what they're doing.
Annoying him, probably.
Not probably, definitely. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. This is the National Nightly News broadcasting across the territories. My name is Megan Wolf. Our top stories tonight. Future legend. It's been 40 days since Disrupt conducted multiple attacks across the territories.
It's got to
During the
do this all
coordinated
over
action,
again.
Subsequently dubbed the Night of Fire, emergency services were kept busy at the agricultural centres, while a series of covert attacks were carried out freeing political prisoners, including former newsman Jeremy Donaldson. Nothing has been heard from the missing journalist since the violent disrupt attack on his convoy 6 weeks ago. Donaldson was on his way back to Betterment after his notorious court appearance.
How's it going,
All
Salty?
of us here at Channel 1 hope that wherever he is now, he's safe. Food, glorious food. With the last of the menu centres opening in territories 5, 8 and 14 today, Advance confirmed that the programme is now in full operation.
We just kind of catch up to where we were before the game crashed in the middle of the
What
segment.
started
So
as rationing during the 20-week war has blossomed into a social contract that is the envy of the unawakened world. Jack Tractor Pants, spokesman for the menu centre,
Jack
said
Tractor
today that
Pants.
while they can guarantee the contents of every box is nutritious, the actual quality of the meals you cook depends on whether you have a touch of Chef Jordan Rankley or the culinary skills of a professional footballer. Happy talk. Record happiness
Jesus
levels have
Christ.
been reported today across the territories. As more and more former countries join the new future, a survey carried out by scientists at Queensview University reveals a stunning fall in depression, self-harm and suicides, especially in those territories which have historically faced the most unjust of indivisions. According to the professors, the binominal trajectories of the Bezier distribution show signs of becoming both inverted and protracted when dispersed over the square root of time. By applying Harrington's third law in conjunction with the vowels variation, we can clearly see that things are looking mathematically good for Julia Salisbury and Advance. Something's coming. Unsubstantiated rumours here in Territory 1 of armed protests tonight by increasingly desperate disrupt terrorists. Despite the best efforts by the government, the self-styled resistance movement has continued to carry out a series of ever more extreme attacks. When asked about Disrupt's future plans, inexplicably popular spokesman Alan James answered, "You won't have to wait long to find out." Thanks, Alan. Opaque as always. 3 of our regular stories come to an end tonight. First, a Flard rain's gonna fall. More tragic photographs emerged today from Sophia Remington's failed Flard Festival. Arrivals at the island paradise were shocked to
Remington's
discover
this
that
Territory
the
1
accommodation
flash
was on
sale.
fire, the ocean was missing, and the only music was Jackson Hamstring's Banjo Fantastic, with 81-year-old Jackson Hamstring, who mercifully appeared to have forgotten his banjo.
Oh no.
One crying attendee told reporters, "I came here to find my inner Flard, but all I discovered was what it's really like to be a Paul." Whilst most of the blame has been passed to event manager Jimmy
Oof.
Longcon, Sophia Remington's resignation is expected in the coming days. Surely not the way she'd have liked her tenure as CEO to end. Fun guy. Unexpected news today as 2 familiar scientists announced the birth of an extraordinary child. The underground struggle of doctors David Wong and Ingrid Sporsborg-Horgensvoord captured the hearts of people around the
Sporsborg-Horgensvoord.
world. And after an arduous return voyage, which took over a year, the couple say they've never been happier. Baby Dante is said to be healthy, if a bit partial to the airing cupboard. Full time. The sporting world mourned the loss of a former hero today at the funeral of footballing star Johnny Hamsleeves. Dogged by controversies throughout his
Hamsleeves.
life, the troubled striker's
Hero
career
legend
became
kicked
more and
ball.
more erratic in recent years. His tragic and avoidable death at the age of just 29 will come
Oh,
as a
yo.
blow to his literally tens of fans around the world.
Ah, rest in
All
peace.
that, plus we'll be
That's
taking
very
a trip
young.
to Lee Parks for the notice board, as well as getting a sneak peek at the hottest ticket in town. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
And 2.
But first, 500 days after the loss of a fine leader and a
Oh
great
my.
man, the start of tonight's programme is
Oh, it
dedicated
really?
to remembering
Whoa.
and celebrating the life of Peter Clement. Patrick Bannon is live
I didn't know that
from
the-
Park, where Julia Salisbury will be breaking ground on what will soon be a memorial garden in Peter's honour.
What happened to him?
Listening to that old bitch lying through her teeth about missing that poor bastard.
Patrick.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
We're live.
Because I'm not being funny. Things were better with Peter, weren't they?
Patrick?
They were, and I don't mind saying it. They were, because he held her back. But now there's no stopping her.
Hello, Patrick. We're
Of
live.
course, can't say No, not with public ownership. No, with public ownership, you can't say anything these days. She's lost it, mate. She's completely off the rocker. I heard from an aide that... Hello, Megan, you join me here live from the what? Hello, Megan, you join me here live from the what?
Seems like we've lost some signal there for a moment. Well, we will be going live to that groundbreaking ceremony just as soon as we can get Patrick back. Meanwhile, let me just say,
What
I
a
think the
dumbass.
Memorial Gardens are going to be gorgeous. I've had a sneak peek at the designs, and Alana Marsh has done a fabulous job. Oh, okay, all right, it seems like we have got the signal back. We can now go live to Patrick Bannon in Parliament Park.
Thank you, Megan. I'm Patrick Bannon, and we are indeed live here.
Jesus Christ.
Apologies for the technical difficulties there, but any moment now, Julia Salisbury will step out on stage behind me.
Alex, Bozeman here. The boys in editing have just informed me that the eulogy footage isn't fully cut together yet. You're going to have to do it on the fly.
What do you mean?
For sake, make sure you make it look good.
Slowly gathering since this afternoon.
This is Alan. You can undermine them here and help us win hearts and minds. Make him look bad, Alex.
Make him look bad. Yeah, no, obviously. No, he's a fucking drunk bloke.
And it seems like the ceremony
He's a
is getting
fucking
underway.
idiot
Here is
bloke.
Prime Minister Julia Salisbury, the picture of elegance, to begin her address.
Good evening, fellow teammates and friends. 500 days ago, all of our lives changed irrevocably. Still reeling from the triumphs and tribulations of Liberation Night, another great loss befell the people of these newly united territories. The loss of a leader, a statesman, a dear friend, and a hero. Peter Gordon Clement.
Peter's death at the age of just 62, of course, announced by the team on the 24th of December, just 6 weeks after Liberation Night.
Born
This
to a
dude.
working-class family on a housing estate in Rotherham, Peter first trained as a carpenter before getting his start on television. First moving and building scenery, and then developing into the personality that we all knew and loved so much.
Just the Job first hit our screens over 25 years ago.
Oh shit, no, this is
For
gonna be
11
perfect. Yo, Kawa! Why you doing 3 gifted subs, homie? I don't even know what I'm doing here. Kawa, why you giving me the 3 gifted subs? You don't need that. My 4th spot. Ah! That makes sense. Kawa, thank you so much for the 3 gifted subs. Oh yes, I love this. I thought I was dead. That's completely fair. I don't blame you for wanting to be under legit. I don't know. You are breathing so hard. You are breathing so hard. Oh. I don't know if you're gonna get scared or not. Oh, jump scare. Oh, that could have been bad. Let's do one more. Let's do one more because I'm enjoying these clips.
Oh no! Need cover. Gotta move in between bursts. Now.
Oh.
Ah! I died!
That's awesome.
Broadcaster sound alert sources off.
That's awesome. I love that, Kawaii. Thank you, Kawaii. Thank you so much for the 3 gifted subs. You know I love you, bitch.
Awards.
All right.
Charming audiences up and down the country.
Peter taught us, all of us, not to be content with the way things are, not to accept inequities, no matter how small. But he also taught us what it took to fight them. Courage, integrity, empathy, and hard, bloody graft.
Across a career spanning 3 decades, Peter Clement was known for shows including Wake Up, It's Saturday, and much later, late night chat show PT, which at its peak drew millions of viewers.
Peter was by no means a saint. Trust me, He once told me he had more regrets than he'd had stolen dinners. He always did have a knack for a turn of phrase. But it speaks to the strength of his character that he chose to share with us his mistakes alongside his achievements, his faults as well as his talents. Peter had the heart to give it all he had for the people of these United Territories.
Famous for his potty mouth, it's estimated conservatively that Peter Clement uttered over 1.5 million swear words during his career, though some sources put this figure well in excess of 2 million F-bombs alone.
Gripped by illness as he was in the weeks and months leading up to Liberation Night,
Oh dear.
he wasn't the man we loved.
What? It wasn't the man we loved.
Still twinkled with that familiar joy for life, that spark of wit and wisdom of a life lived for others.
Prime Minister Clement, of course, died from apparent liver failure after suffering from the long-term effects of alcohol abuse.
I first met Peter nearly 20 years ago. Moments before I was supposed to give a speech. Not unlike this one, actually. Only I'd spilt coffee all down myself. And I was young, nervous, desperate to be liked. And from behind me, I heard cries.
We are slowly losing.
Either pissed your keks or sprung a leak, but either way, you got a problem. And before I could even say a word, he stripped off his dry trousers and insisted I took them. That was the sort of man that Peter Clement was. Kind, compassionate, sensitive.
Oh my. A lot of drinking.
A brilliant thinker, a natural leader, but mostly a good man. This glorious, beautiful and new, this shining beacon of
Thank you, Alex. There'll be another opportunity to steer public perception soon. It's really starting. You'll know when.
His accomplishments.
Will I know
The
when?
future he forged, the boundaries he pushed. To me, he'll always be
I feel like I'm gonna get
with his hands
fired.
cheering on a stranger at the back of the conference. It is my great
Shit.
honour to give to you the Peter Clement Memorial Garden. Should we see if we can get a countdown going? Everyone with me? 10,
I'm not paying attention.
9, 8, 7.
Now, Alex, control the message.
Mom, we have to get you to safety. Come with us.
I'm not leaving, I can't! You two, come with me! Don't panic! No! We need a medic here! You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
You two, stay with him.
Mom, we have to stay by your side.
I am the Prime Minister, and if I give you an order, you will damn well follow it. Do you understand?
We have the right to be here.
Understand?
I said turn the fucking camera off.
Keep your eyes open.
Oh, who the fuck are you?
Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear.
I've got you. I've got you. Just stay with me. No. Stay with me. I need help now. Please, stay with me.
Salisbury's still here. Julius Salisbury!
Centigrades are requested.
You were guilty.
Target approaching Sunbird.
More than 10 million people. Justice.
Oh my.
demands a response.
There's a.
Haven't you done enough?
They blew up the memorial.
This is what your precious
They threw
freedom
bombs.
looks like, is it?
Oh shit!
Location secure. Lower your weapon now! Centigrade authorization was granted. None. It was unnecessary. Can't you see?
Shut it off. I said turn it off.
Shocking scenes from the capital there, exclusively. Shocking scenes from the capital.
You've just seen them execute unarmed civilians. People like you and me. So why are you watching this?
Oh my
Why are you
God.
not in the streets with us tonight? What will it take for you to get up and be a part of this? March on team headquarters, storm the building, demand elections, demand answers. Be what you were born to be, the once and future free.
Don't go away. We'll be back after this.
Alex, I don't know what else to say. We need your help. I'm begging you.
That's what I'm helping.
A weekly event. No, it's different tonight. This is the big one.
This is the first break of the day, dude.
Outside and we're off to dandy fucking parts. That's journalism, apparently.
We get set for the next sequence.
We don't have spoons. It's Crazy Neil with another steal of a deal. We got sticks. We got sticks that do tricks. We got an evil child. This is my young niece, Felicia. Small, nimble, agile. She can get through a dog flap, cat flap, rabbit flap, rat trap, mouse trap. All you gotta do is feed her once a day. She'll eat anything. Scrap, food off your plate, food out the bin, dog food. This is a steal of a deal to have a family member stealing for you by Crazy Neil. We got sticks. Buy our sticks. Buy our motherfucking sticks.
Buy our motherfucking sticks. What the fuck kind of ad?
Alex, during this next section, a cameraman working in the newsroom who's one of us is going to get a coded location out. We don't know yet which camera he's on, but if we find out, I'll let you know. Just keep your eyes out for the fist and try and keep it on the air for at least 5 seconds.
Alright, sounds good.
We'll do the rest.
This is your
Buy my motherfucking sticks.
No. What? No. 10 seconds, everybody. Sorry, Craig. Okay, we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News with me, Megan Wolf. Very shortly, we'll be heading on over to the final episode of what has quickly become a hugely successful feature, the Notice Board. But before
Oh
we
no,
do,
the notice board
chat with
is.
Philippa Radin. Tell me, why do you think the public love the Notice Board so much?
It's real.
It's real.
There, I said it. It connects with people. You know, people look at us and they say, those are real people struggling with real problems.
That's a really interesting point.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying to my PA secretary as I got out the limo, I was saying, it's good for people to see normal, authentic people like them on TV.
People like you.
Yeah, precisely. Unfortunately, then I was interrupted by some dreadful wretch who wanted an autograph, but a swift kicking from security soon put him back in line.
Yes, well, I think it's really good that our
Okay.
screens are filled with such relatable stories. So, the Notice Board is coming to an end after a sensational time at the top. What do you think has made this show so successful?
It's a combination of so many things. My hard work, my talent, my look.
Wow, you really have a lot to thank you for.
Hey. You're welcome.
We've just heard our man's on camera 4.
I have a real sense of responsibility now. You know, a sense I've been
Get back to the interview, Alex.
something precious, and that I should use that platform for good.
Yeah, I think that's really important. That we should use this platform to do good in the world.
It's the person that's like working with the
I've
terrorists.
decided to help as many
Excellent work, Alex. That's the location shared. Next, you'll need to give them a go.
Better
What do you mean,
access
give
to
'em a
education
go?
or, reducing child poverty.
No, by adopting as many as I can get my hands on.
Oh, okay. How many children have you adopted?
Oh, we're well into the double figures now, Megan. I stopped counting in the late 30s.
Goodness, that is a lot of children.
Yeah, once we finish putting them into the guest room, I'll have to put a futon in the laundry cupboard.
Oh, you really are some sort of hero.
Hey, I live a privileged life. What can I say? I mean, any child I can take on is a child rescued from suffering.
Poor children. Were their lives really that bad before?
Oh, they're Northerns, I presume so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's shocking to think, actually, that only 1 in 10,000 children have a celebrity parent.
I'd never thought of it that way
And
before.
I'm doing everything I can to fix those numbers.
What do you think it is about your life that's so desirable then?
Well, it's mainly shame and panic interspersed with expensive bottled water, so actually, if anyone wants to, I'd happily trade.
That I can relate to. Right, you better go off and get ready That was Philippa Radin sharing some thoughts about her lifestyle. I think it's really important to stay grounded and keep everything in perspective. Clearly, not everyone else agrees, but that's enough from me. Let's go now over to Dangly Parts for the final ever episode of the Notice Board.
Literally, it's the second episode ever, but okay.
What a day! First the tea morning, and now to post this notice. I don't know how I managed to cope with it all. Oh wait, perhaps I do. Oh! By St. Barnabas, what on earth is all this?
Freeze, dirtbag!
Oh, Laura, it's you. I thought for a moment you were a knife-wielding mugger or stabber.
No, I'm afraid not. It's just me, a community cohesion officer, responsible for keeping crime at record lows.
Of course. Keep forgetting that thanks to you and your colleagues, violence on our streets is a thing of the past.
What's all this, Vicar?
I know! It's a disgrace. Somebody has
I'm not gonna lie, Alex. It's a hard fight. But we've got the location out, and now we need you to give our people the go code. For the next 3 sound effects, 3 boos in a row. 3 boos, Alex.
They don't call me the Right Reverend. Ripped for no reason.
Yes!
It's no good.
It looks like all those crucifix classes were a waste of time.
Perhaps you, a young CCO, would be able to move it.
2 for 2. Fantastic.
Looks like all those lifting classes were a waste of time.
It's too heavy, even for me, a strong and capable
You did it, Alex. We're good to go.
to lift this.
Did someone call for the best firefighter in town? Hi-ya!
Well done, Captain Evans. You're so much stronger than us.
Especially
God.
me, the weak old man.
It's the least I could do for my community.
No luck catching the little devil then?
Unfortunately not. The ferrets struck again last night. When Ray opened the post office this morning, he found that every single stamp had been pre-licked. My God!
Some people have no decency.
Sadly, if we don't catch him before tomorrow, we may have to cancel the village fete.
Don't worry, we won't let that happen. Will we, Vicar?
No, no, no. Laura, tell me, why do they call him the ferret?
Some say it's because of his sneaky nature, but really it's because whenever he strikes, he always leaves behind the foul stench of urine.
Never fear, officer. We'll catch this pissy nuisance and save the village fate. Or my name's not Captain Danger Evans. The community cohesion team are doing their best, but they simply don't have the smarts to solve this mystery. But I know someone who does. Someone who's about to blow this thing wide open. Me! Blackout!
Oh, what the hell?
It's the morning of the village fete, thanks to theatrical convention.
I sure hope everything goes to plan. Oh, look! There's Mrs. Craven setting up her cake stall.
And look, there's the motorcycle display team, setting up for a show that will be far too expensive for live television.
I'm going to set up the coconut shy. What are you doing, Vicar?
First, I'm running the tombola. Then, I'll be selling forgiveness for
Okay.
money.
Forgiveness.
Judging the jams?
I couldn't possibly.
Well, that sounded like Mrs. Craven. Looks like someone sucked all the jam out of her donuts.
Damn ferret has struck again!
Whatever are we to do?
Although I'm very competent, I have no idea how to solve this case.
I guess we'll just have to cancel the fate.
Hold it right there, ferret.
Me? Have you been drinking from the fire extinguishers again?
Not you, the vicar.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Admit it. You wanted the village fete cancelled so you could have the day off, didn't you?
I already have to work Sundays. I shouldn't have to work 2 days a week.
But how did you know?
Well, my first clue was the smell.
Yes, I do smell of urine.
Next, I noticed that the vicar's tongue was particularly dry, almost as if he'd been licking thousands and thousands of stamps.
Or perhaps eating Mrs. Craven's baking.
Which brings me on to my third clue. The vicar said that he had no more room for jam.
Almost as if he'd had his fill.
Precisely.
But you managed to figure it all out from that?
Well, I also found this at the scene.
That proves nothing. No!
Get him out of here, officer!
You did it, Captain. You could say you ferreted him out.
Hey, come on. Let's go and have a party in my massive garden. I am doing well.
Thanks to you, we're all doing well.
That was it, the final ever episode
There
of
we
The
go.
Motorsport,
All right.
and what a way to end it. Thank you as always to Jeff, Philippa and Tommy. After the break, we'll be both dancing and learning, so don't change that channel. We'll be right back.
That's the ads. Well done, everybody.
Wow! What a
Here
brilliant
we go.
run, eh? After party at my place, eh?
What advert is this, Alex? I don't remember passing it for broadcast. I think you made a mistake there.
I've got 4 kinds of sausage.
You've probably seen
I'm gonna get fired.
about
You coming to the after party?
and how progressive their
Wait.
Well, I was wrong. And I'm here tonight to say I'm sorry.
One last push, Alex.
No.
Closing in. One of the guests in the
No,
last
no, no.
season is working with us. You'll be asked to censor on our behalf. If you do it right, the final orders will be given.
No, if you're gonna kill her, I'm gonna turn the fucking broadcast off.
Right, and we're gonna win this thing. It's happening, Alex. Tonight we take it back.
I always envied my friends who had so much more. Over the years, my jealousy grew.
This looks like. This
So
doesn't look
once
good.
power, I didn't think about the damage they would do. I acted selfishly. I was glad to see the rich punished. I didn't see how backwards advance were. I didn't understand.
I know, but I don't want to see the execution.
We should have been helping everyone else to take a seat at their table. Under advance, the country is poorer. It is poorer in ambition. It is poorer in aspiration. We are infantilized by advance's naive policies.
This is. Oh.
Sarah,
Policies
anything.
born
Sorry,
from
Mum,
I'm really not supposed to say.
Are we safe?
Hi, I'm
Redistributed
Maddie.
fantasies.
Johnny just said to ask if you need a touch-up.
I have hauled myself out to the media to defend
That's
the
my shade, is it?
indefensible.
Yeah.
This is
my
I have
shade?
betrayed my parents.
Oh dear.
I see that now. Mum, Dad,
You can run back to
I'm
Jenny.
sorry.
No.
Sorry about that, Sarah. Nothing you can tell me. At all, like at all. They said no one's died.
Now
That's all I can say.
10 seconds.
What's wrong with you?
She did die.
He is in tears. Going in 5, 4.
Jesus, Megan turned into such a prima donna there.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later
How's
in the
this?
segment, we're hoping to be able to go back to Patrick Bannon at the scene of tonight's shocking disrupt attack. But first, I'm delighted to be joined by the cast
Yeah,
of
it's I
the
guess.
Smash Hit musical.
I'm just glad I didn't have to see it.
I'll be speaking with the cast in a moment, but first, let's take a look at them in action. Please give a warm National Nightly welcome to the Novaries.
Hello? Doctor? Yes, I see. Thank you for letting me know. I have a decent life. I'm a happy, loving wife. And my job is well paid and fulfilling. I have a husband, John. He's due home soon, won't be long. And I have to tell him something that is absolutely chilling. We share coffee in the morning, and we make love every day. We take time alone together to talk and laugh and play. We prioritize our needs. We do charitable deeds. But the flowers of a happy life are now beset by weeds.
I'm home.
Oh, darling John.
Oh, dearest John.
There's something very wrong. I've just had a conversation with our doctor, David Wong, so please be seated. This news will make you feel defeated. The scans revealed a lump.
You poor unlucky chump. Is it cancer?
Worse, oh, John.
Fuck. Having a baby.
Oh, woe is me. Why has this happened to me? I always wear 2 condoms for the maximum of
Safety in our tiny flat. We built a peaceful habitat. Now our lives are fucked. We're having a baby. Now you can't have any wine at Good Club.
And there won't be any time for foot rubs.
Now your hair will stink of weed.
And you'll start to disagree.
And forget about that holiday in Territory 3. No more waking up at 10:30. In fact, you're never going to get a good night's sleep again. No more snap decisions to go on to a club. You'll be lucky if you even make it out to the pub.
Why can't we be more like our gay and lesbian chums?
The only glue they have to deal with comes from personal bums.
Now when I take a sick day at home,
The parasite won't leave you alone.
how he's grown.
We're our top priority.
I don't know what's going on, dude.
And you look after me. Ain't no trouble and strife. We got a childless life. No one wails and no one bawls. No one draws things on the walls.
A happy husband.
A wonderful wife.
We got a childless life.
We're having a
Hard to follow the beat, dude.
We're having a baby. Changing nappies daily.
Changing nappies daily.
Having a baby. No more weekends by the coast. Now your kid is uppermost.
I'm gonna stop following the beat.
Passing craze to have childless days.
We're having a baby and drink thrown everywhere.
Death trap toys at the top of the stairs. Every parent prays to have
Having a baby. This is fucking. This is a bop.
18 years on Bill Sudley. Time for a whole new phase. We're having a baby.
Let's play when I have a baby.
Before the show begins.
I'm having a baby. Oh shit. No! No!
Amazing. But Nova is there, treating us
That's fucking hilarious,
from
dude.
the energy of Red
Yeah.
the hottest ticket in the capital theatre district.
Fucking Darth Vader. No.
Let's go, don't be shy. Hello. Hi, Megan. Hi. It's an honour to be here. Oh, really? Are you fans of the show? Yeah, used to be.
Used to be.
Let's get stuck in. Your amazing musical. Now, I mean, not only do you perform this show every single night,
With matinees on Wednesday and Saturday.
right, but you're also the show's creators, am I right?
Well, everyone contributed their ideas, and then some of us went away and did the actual work on the script. But no, it's very much a team effort.
Oh, that's fantastic. How rude of me. I've not introduced any of you. I'll be the one being replaced next. Let's go down the line, shall we?
Hi, I'm Jack. Hi,
Jim Blunt. Pleasure to be here.
Jennifer Boren Woodley.
Hello, I'm John Sapley. Used to be in the business professionally.
My name's Jill, with a J.
And I'm Janet. I'm the youngest. And I'm Janet.
That's incredible. And you were all friends
Okay.
previously. I mean, what a coincidence, right? What a coincidence, right? With your names beginning with a J. With your names beginning with a J.
Oh my goodness, guys! Our names all begin with J.
How have we never noticed that?
Because you haven't typed them out 1,000 times?
You knew? Why didn't you say anything?
I thought we all knew. It's bloody obvious, isn't it? I just thought we were doing a funny thing, but we never mentioned it.
And I believe, as well as being friends, you're also couples.
There we go.
In real life as well as in the show.
Well, not exactly.
I'm not married to him. I'm with Janet.
And I'm with John, you lucky bean.
Jim and I are married.
4 fabulous years.
Well, that must make for some confusion in the rehearsal room.
Well, you should have seen the first draft. Jen decided that Jack would play Jim, I would play Jack, Jen Janet, Jill Jen, Janet Jill, Jen.
What about John?
Well, my character was originally just called Man One.
It was allegorical.
It was very confusing.
Not for a professional.
After much toing and froing, gnashing and wailing.
And gin and tonic.
We decided that we'd just use our own names, which is less truthful.
We're also less likely to go into the wrong dressing rooms.
Oh, God, yeah, that would be very embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Of course, when I first wrote it, we were only meant to run for a few nights
Okay.
at the village hall. But when I registered it with the Department for Culture, it caught the eye of someone high up, and before you could say overnight sensation, we were transferring to the capital.
It's all been a bit of a roller coaster, really. I'm only 19. I'm the youngest.
You really
Fucking
don't have
hell.
to repeat that.
I had to give up my job as a mortuary technician.
Yes, we all had to move to the capital.
It's hard to tell because there's so many fucking people in this group.
So peaceful, no singing. So peaceful, no singing.
This piece isn't.
Stand by, Alex. Censor the orange.
It's about children and why you shouldn't have them.
In a way, I guess it is political, with a small p. After all, we are a solid unit, and eagle-eyed audience members will see we nod our heads to advance on stage throughout, and we target the messaging at women aged 22, well, about 35, as they're the most likely to be afflicted by this terrible problem. Terrible problem.
Having children.
You understand, Megan.
You clearly agree.
This isn't about me. Of course, we see that there are advantages to a family unit, but eagle-eyed couples watch as the little parasites advance on their lives, and there's no time to play.
Jesus Christ, shut up!
Watch a movie. They're exhausted, passed out on the couch by 20 to 9, for God's sake.
You're very chatty tonight, dear.
Usually I'm the chatty one.
You're the youngest, we know. It's not a badge of honour, Janet.
Janet, please, Janet. Oh, well said, John. Thanks, Jack. Got you back.
So could you just tell us what?
Jesus Christ.
What happens in it?
Well,
go ahead.
It's a tragedy, obviously. Jennifer, myself, and John have their child, and then the story charts the downfall of their hopes and dreams.
And there's lots of singing.
I'm dancing.
A lot.
My character works at a menu centre for a distribution unit. Eagle-eyed, she sees her friend's rapid advance to a pit of despair. Becoming a target for children's TV advertising at the age of 22, she decides to take drastic action. I can't really say more, though.
Probably said too much already.
Yes. Let's not spoil the second act for anyone who might come to see it.
Which should be all of
Jesus
you.
Christ.
For too long, we've
Fucking
been told
too much talking.
a life without children is somehow
The hell are they talking about, though?
that children are a blessing. Well, I've done the research and they're not. Besides, there's already loads of bastards running around all over the place. So.
We just want people to have the option of a happy, child-free life without stigma. You know, when I was 14, before I had come out...
Oh, we're going back to Patrick Bannon.
I had an experience with a girl called Julia Jane.
Oh, no, that's not Patrick Bannon. That's a different person.
I guess, you know, a chance to dip my toes into the...
Meeting. Well, thank you all so much for coming in tonight. I really hope you keep on dancing in the aisles. Many performances to come. The Noble Stars. And I am pleased to say we can now go back to Patrick Bannon to get the latest from the scene of tonight's horrific events. Patrick, are you okay?
Thank you.
That's not Patrick.
This is Patrick Bannon reporting from the scene of tonight's
Patrick is dead.
and symbolic attack tonight this evening. An attack which I myself have been found myself caught up in. I'm still a little dazed and a little deaf, Megan. So I hope you'll forgive me if I seem that it's time to speak with the Prime Minister. Mrs. Salisbury, that's you. You're still here. The Prime Minister.
I couldn't leave. Not when there were people that needed help. Any team player would have done the same. I don't deserve praise for being human.
Yes, no accolades here. Or Palisades. Or lemonade.
What? Lemonade?
So, is the situation now? Are we safe?
Yes, the security services performs their duties without hesitation.
Jesus.
And I would like to assure the public that although there have been some injuries, there were no civilian deaths here this evening.
Oh, that's good news about the Sorry, did you say no death?
That's right. No civilian deaths. Just the 4 disrupt terrorists curtailed by law enforcement, who were, as always, so cohesive.
A little too close. Stay away from my building.
Of course, the camera's there. Speak there, on the camera there. Speak there, on the camera.
Stay at home tonight. Stay at home. Do not become another casualty of war. Disrupt have had their moment, but as the dear departed Peter Clements once famously said, it ends today.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Thank you for those strong words of strength. Back to the studio. Megan, now in the studio with Megan Wolf now.
Patrick Bannon there, bravely reporting from the front line of tonight's horrifying...
Patrick is fucking dead,
Maybe you
dude.
need to get checked out, Patrick. Well, that brings us to the end of
We're
tonight's
having a baby.
One final
Jesus.
You have mobilized. You have come together. From our agents at the television networks risking arrest and getting those words to you, to the many hundreds and thousands gathering to invade.
No, don't mention me.
As I speak, we are turning the tide, and it is time for change. Tonight we topple their regime, and we also silence their mouthpiece, Channel 1. Time to wake up.
And they are not the overwhelming force they would have you believe. The military have been actioned and, well, it's pretty scary out there tonight. So stay at home and stay with Channel 1 because the team has assured this programme that the turbulence will soon be over and we can once again focus our minds on building the new future with equality, fairness and resources.
Getting way too close, dude.
My name is Megan.
How the hell am I supposed to get home?
Damn it, Alex. Tonight is the beginning of the fall of Advance.
I'm gonna get fired, you asshole. Oh, Jesus.
Permission granted, old friend. We are going to detonate. Look out your window, Alex. See what you helped make happen.
That's a satellite. No, that's my... I'm gonna be fired, you asshole. Oh, and now they're dead. Either way. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Is that it? A+, A+, I've yet to get... But I've yet to get anything less than. I can... My current wealth can afford coffee. Great. Advance down, disrupt up. Channel 1 is still in the love circle, so that's good. I don't want to watch that. Do I want to watch any of these? No, I watched Katie's Confession, and that was already uncomfortable enough. Oh, what I wanted to watch was The Rush during the Novaries. Because, yeah, she was getting talked to during the fucking, we're having a baby. That song was something else. I will tell you what. Definitely the best one out of like the 3 that we've done so far, or 4. This was the 4th song out of, or 5th, because we did a 4th one earlier.
Please, Sarah, anything.
Sorry, Mum, I'm really not supposed to say.
Are we safe?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, and then we got we're having a baby. Maybe we should end with that.
Of safety in our tiny How can this be?
Alvin! I love Alvin and the Chipmunks.
No more weekends by the Food and drink thrown everywhere. Death trap.
We're having a baby. We're having.
Amazing. The Novary's there. Treat.
I want to skip forward to the interview here. Whatever that bullshit was about, it got very political there with the whatever the hell that was. I wanted to see what Megan was getting talked to about.
Jennifer, myself, and John have their child, and then the story charts the downfall of their hopes and dreams.
And there's lots of singing.
And dancing.
A lot.
My character works at a menu centre for a distribution unit. Eagle-eyed, she sees her friend's rapid advance.
Still can't hear it. Unfortunate. All right. I think if we're not fired by now, let's see what happens in the next coming days here. I was expecting, like, that was just hell. Oh wow, we're going straight into another news broadcast or no? No. Okay. Sound alert. Hang on, I'm gonna update it. Yeah, death is how I'm gonna get fired. That is true. Sound alerts will be on and off throughout the game. will be off during the news broadcasts. There we go. Just so everyone knows, sound alerts are on right now while we're doing all this, all this extra stuff. But yeah, you arrive at work a little early. You still aren't quite sure of everything that happened, though it is a swarm of CCOs all over the building. Is anything to go by? This is not just a Channel 1 matter. This is confirmed. This is confirmed. When you are informed you need to speak to Bozeman immediately, and you are escorted to his office.
Love you, bitch.
I never gonna stop loving you, bitch. I think I'm getting fired. I'm getting fired. A few minutes later, the boss arrives, disheveled and with a stern look. The CCO in tow. Ah, yes, Winston. Good. This is Specialist Ables. She will be observing this interview. Please come inside and take a seat. The ruddy-faced man bustles into his office and leaves the door open for you to follow. The few times you've been here before, it was immaculate with everything in its proper place. Not so today. It must be serious for Bozeman to be this flustered. Alright. So, Alex, do you know why you're here today? Bozeman's eyes are sharp. His gaze is fixed on your face from across the desk. Ables is standing behind you, out of sight, but definitely not out of mind. No, not really. I assume to do with what happened with Disrupt last night. What happened with last night was nothing short of the culmination of a heinous and outrageous campaign of terror that Disrupt have been reaping on this nation and its territories. Bozeman shoots a glare at where your CCO observer is standing. And it is, of course, our duty to root out this rot wherever we find it, to prevent anything like last night happening ever again. Oh, Jesus. I've been asked by Advance to perform interviews with all staff members involved and will be submitting a personal review of your performance, both during incident in question and throughout your time here. This can only end well. He shoots you with a quick smile. Don't worry, it'll be fine. Arranging some papers, Bozeman clears his throat and begins. Obviously, a lot happened last night, and I have a number of interviews to conduct today, so I'd rather none of them take any longer than necessary. Please be brief, concise, and clear with your answers. Alright, you nod. Alright, reviewing the broadcast, we noticed something a little odd about a particular camera choice. It was, while everyone else was talking. Oh, where did I put it? Yes, here we are. Do you recognize this with a flourish? I assumed it was just part of the set. Why? Do you recognize this with the flourish? Bozeman produces the leaflet from the notice board and places it in the desk in front of you. Honestly, didn't even notice it was there. I assumed it was just part of the set. Why else would it have been there on camera and on camera? I honestly didn't even notice it was there. Well, that makes sense. You aren't responsible for maintaining the set. You can only assume that's what it's meant to be after all. You get the feeling that at least some of the above was for the benefit of the CCO in the room. Thank you, Alex. And again, for Abel's benefit, you're so loyal. Not exactly subtle there. There was one thing we noted during the finale of the Noseboard. You seem to have an odd choice of sound effects relatively. I'm sorry, I was under the impression that I could pick freely. Did that change? For all three of those, I felt they were the most appropriate choice of arts is subjective after all. Of course, obviously we want all our shows here at Channel 1 to be as successful as possible. And we allow our staff a significant amount of anonymity. I'm sure no one would try to fault you for simply having a different sense of humor. You can see Bozeman is frowning as he writes this. Clearly not convinced by his own words. Maybe he likes you more than you thought. How many other people would you be interviewing today? Towards the end of the show, there appeared to be some issues. I just do what the display tells me. Seems to be an issue with the machine. Frank probably forgot to do his checks today. I suppose it's certainly possible the machine could have malfunctioned. Much more likely that than the malfunctioning of such a competent employee. Exactly! Well, make sure to have maintenance come look at that right away. With the price we paid, I expect to last at least another 20 years, just like the last one. How many questions will you have to answer? At this point, Bozeman took out a pair of glasses and placed them somewhat directly on the end of his nose. Then the portly man leaned forward to examine his notes. Now, obviously, we expect the odd bit of interference here and there. However, interference is not the same as terrorist propaganda. Would you care to explain how quite so much of their messaging found its way into the airwaves? With everything else going on, I just didn't realize until it was too late. The machine has been out of date for years. Even the last update didn't make it life any easier. Out of the corner of your eye is visibly more attentive, waiting for your boss. Well, it's certainly true that accidents happen, and with the various stresses of last night's broadcast, I don't think anyone could begrudge you a slight drop in attention. Bozeman smiles warmly at you as Abels returns to his passive stance. A loud creak breaks the growing silence as Bozeman leans back in his chair. The tape of the poor Miss Brightman. Why'd you play it? Help me understand. Why'd you play that tape? As you meet his gaze, I was worried what Disrupt might do if I didn't play it. At the end of the day, you chose to do it, Alex. I don't know if I'd have done the same thing in your shoes, but I think it's clear enough you thought it was the right thing to do, and that's all we can ask of you. He clears his throat and leans forward and smiles once again. I believe that's all I had for you. Anyhow, thank God it's over. I think that's all the information we need for you for now. Thank you. Could we have the room, please? This last is the CCO who grudgingly accepts, and you hear the door close behind her. Look, Alex, I don't know how involved you were last night, and frankly, I don't want to know, but honestly, it doesn't look good. I've done what I can because I like you, and I can't promise it will be enough. Best just to go home for now. There's no work for you until we can get a new satellite tower up anyway. It's a satellite! I'm sorry. As you leave, you see what can almost swear is sympathy in the old man's eyes. Back to normal. Alright, that's fair. Jesus Christ. 1,000 days. I don't think I'm going to be able to work. I think I'm going to get fired. It's your anniversary, and this year you've got a plan. A week away. Could be just what the doctor ordered for you and Sam, but it won't be cheap. Spending that much on a holiday might be a bit frivolous. Yeah, it's worth every penny. Broke ass poor, damn it. I shouldn't have done that, Dad. Sam still hasn't forgotten that missed anniversary, but you've not made that mistake again in 3 years since. Damn, Bozeman. With the trip booked, you even took today off so you could go all out and cook him a nice meal from scratch. Fancy. Sam's going to love it. They should be here any minute. Ooh. You even had time to single-handedly clean the entire house floor to ceiling. It took hours, but Sam will appreciate it, and that's all that matters. Oh boy. Well, at least they make you play all 1,000 days. I mean, that's fair for sure. You hear keys in the locks and put the final touches in place. As Sam steps into the hallway, you're waiting in the doorway to the kitchen, dressed to the nines and acting as nonchalant as possible. Alex, what's this? Oh my god, did you clean? And what's that smell? They give you a quick kiss as they step past you into the kitchen, where the banquet is laid out, candles lit, with Charlie standing quietly and grinning. Oh my god, Alex. Happy anniversary, Sam! Charlie echoes as Sam turns to you, smiling and with tears in his eyes. Alex, it's perfect. Sam rushes over and kisses you softly, only breaking off when you get a less than subtle cough from Charlie. So, I got officially accepted into the Community Cohesion Management Program, Charlie bursts out. What did you just say? Yeah, for being a traitor. Exactly. Picks up a rucksack next to him, and heads towards the front door. Have a great evening. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I'll be around with friends tonight and back tomorrow, so don't wait up. Sam meets your eyes, and you both chuckle. You pull out Sam's chair for them. Okay. Why, thank you, Sam says, taking a seat and grinning at you. So Charlie's been busy. They shake their head as you take your own seat opposite them. Tomorrow for now. You really didn't have to do all this, Alex. I know, I wanted to. I love you, Sam. I know, I don't know how to talk. There's too many words. They could have read all this out for me. I love you too. They breathe, admiring the panoply of food. Alright. You've prepared for them. Now, where on earth do I begin? They laugh as you pour the first glass of champagne of the evening. You're very lucky to have such a wonderful family. Who could ask for more? Panoply. Okay. Panoply. Okay. Good job now. Everything's ready. You and Samov, been trying to watch Bullet Man for years, and you missed it in the cinemas, and it never seemed to be in stock when one of you went to pick it up in the VHS. Now, you're just waiting for them to get home so you can start. You hear the front door open as you put a bowl of popcorn on the coffee table. We're all ready to go. Get your butt in here. Sam comes in with a vacant stare, ignoring both film and snacks as they sit down next to you. You have to actually nudge them to break their stupor. Sam, what is it? I've been let go from work. Sam's just staring into space. Apparently, there's just a need for 2 nursery teachers anymore. Not enough children, so they can't justify the expense. Honey, I'm so sorry. It'll be okay. You'll find another place. No, you don't get it. There just isn't that demand for younger years teachers anymore. And not just here, anywhere. I don't know what I'm gonna do. What we're gonna do. Pull Sam in for a hug. I know things are tough, but we'll think of something. How, Alex? We're barely scraping by as it is, and now you're all going to start to sub. We're gonna have to sell the house. I can't see any other option. We've got too many debts to pay. If that's what we have to do, fine. It's the 2 of us living here now anyway. I suppose you're right. Still, I hate the idea of losing this place. Think of everything that's happened here. Alex. It falls silent. It's thinking. Eventually, you start the film, but neither of your hearts are in it. Too busy thinking about the future. Still, a house isn't everything. It's the people who make it a home. Home is where the heart is, after all. So I moved out of the family home, which is completely fair. I mean, we're broke as poor. We're in day 1975. Yay! More news! paradise. It's awfully nice if you don't think twice. I've been living in a paradise. It was the fucking fancy dinner. I shouldn't have done it. I really shouldn't have done it. We're having a big... I love that it's getting stuck in everyone's head. 3 years since the uprising. Ooh, interesting.
Hello, Alex. I've checked the schedule for tonight. Nothing major to report. Certainly isn't anything you can't handle. Still, at least my daughter's in for Advance's new initiative. That should liven things up a bit here. Keep up the good work.
Win great prizes. Future, blah, blah, blah. I'll check the power. I keep forgetting about the power. Got no saying.
At 10 p.m. it's time for Julia's Diary, where the ever-popular Prime Minister reads extracts from her diary in front of a warm fire. Then at 10:30, it's the latest episode of our drama series, Betterment, which tells the inspirational story of Emily.
So just the Prime Minister reads stuff from her diary?
This is Jenny. She's the floor manager.
Hi, Stacey.
That's Colin. He, do you know what, just don't talk to Colin.
I'll get involved and bring your
What
daughter
the fuck is this?
Nah, we don't believe in it.
All right, come and sit next to Mum.
Believe in what?
Just days.
Hey, yo. What's up, Kawa?
Well,
10 seconds,
Hi.
everybody.
Monday's a myth.
That explains so much. Okay, we are going in 5, 4,
4, 3, 2.
good evening and welcome to the NNN. I'm Megan Wolf. And who's this, you might be wondering? Well, it's Bring Your Daughter to Work Day here at Channel 1.
Oh
so
my.
I'm joined tonight by my foster daughter, Stacey. Say hello, Stacey.
Go fuck yourself.
All right then, here are the stories that
Jesus.
matter to you. First up, with Advance confirming that the nuclear fallout from the 20-week war is to blame for the drop in birth rates across the territories, we asked you what keeps you going. I know that I, for one, was quite deflated when I heard about this, but reading all your submissions has really put the smile back on my face. It's from Sonia in Larkfordshire. I've had plenty of time to fill, so I've started a new hobby. Since I started knitting, I barely remember that 85% of the country is sterile. My record is this scarf. It's 124 meters long.
It's a big
Thank
scarf.
you for that. And if you've started a new hobby, do write in and tell us about it. Next up, you know how we love your uncanny comestible coincidences, and I don't know about you, but I think this one really takes
Toast. We're doing toast. No beer.
Not sure what I'm more
We're doing the
impressed
beer.
by, Stacey. The things our viewers spot are the unbelievable way our menu centres are now able to feed every team member every single day.
Not having any
Catherine
babies.
from Berkeldown sent us this, saying, I couldn't help but spot the face of poor departed Peter Clement in my 4th lager this morning. Oh, I'm not sure if I see it, Catherine.
Of course.
I'm only on my 3rd. Do keep those coming in. Come on, can you have a go? We've just got time for one more of your stories, and this one is an inspiring story of rehabilitation. That's it, just tell us who it's from, yeah, and then read it out. Okay.
Apparently, this is from Sherry Intendant. Here I am, just 6 months out of Betterment. I'm healthy, sober and working thanks to the facilities I had access to on the inside. I'll never have to go back to my old life of stealing cars and burning down charity shops.
Oh my.
I just wanted to share.
We absolutely love hearing the way our neighbours and team members have been able to become better people. So do let us know your stories here. You can do this bit, Stacey.
No, you're right, thanks.
Come on, give it a try.
Let us know your stories here at the NNN.
What the fuck?
Right, bit of a change of pace coming up here. You'll need to use the SFX buttons for the next segment, but Advance have already selected when and what to use. Simple stuff. Just follow your government orders.
This is literally just looks like just for laughs. Doesn't look like a news show.
First up tonight on the NNN, it's time to celebrate this week's Team Lottery winners. Live from the Shakespeare Theatre, right here in the capital, we're going to hand over to Julia Salisbury. I suppose you don't think much of her either, eh, Stacey?
She's got a lot more going for her than you wankers.
Okay. Surprising vote of approval there from Stacey. Let's go live to that right now.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this week's Team Awards. Of all the many duties I have as team leader, this is by far the most pleasant. As I so often say to you, the uneven past is now, following the demise of Disrupt, firmly behind us.
Okay.
This is the new future. And I say to you, it's better now.
My God.
I am delighted to be joined here tonight by one of the oldest people in Territory 1. He was born over 107 years ago. Please give a warm team welcome to Alfie Tatchbadger. So,
What kind of music do we got going on here?
so much in your lifetime. What have been some of the highlights? Alfie? Alfie? Is he all right? Is he all right?
His hearing aid isn't turned on.
Could you turn it on?
He says it drains the battery.
Well, tell him that we'll buy him a brand new battery after the presentation.
Yeah, he says that's fine then.
It's yeah, it's fine. That's good.
And I will help him with that. Yeah.
If you would. Sorry, can't get the staff.
We got it.
So, Alfie. What? You're 107 years old.
Oh, don't bloody remind me.
Would you like to tell the audience what that's like?
Where is everybody?
Oh my.
Out there, in the dark. Oh, bless him, it's not just the ears.
Who are you? 2 sugars, please.
I'm Julia Salisbury, the Prime Minister.
I like this story. Who are you really?
No, I really am the Prime Minister.
Oh, so you're
a woman.
Yes, a woman. One of
Women can do anything men can do these days, Alfie.
Can you piss standing up?
I can't say I've ever tried.
No, I didn't think so. 2 sugars, please, and not too much milk.
Shall we get to the awards, Alfie?
Are you going to ask me about my life?
Well, I'm not sure we have enough time left now for that. So
When I was 9, I wanted a pet, so I asked me mum and pap. There was no television then, back then, you know. We made our own entertainment out of coal and roadkill.
Well, that's fascinating.
So they got me a pet, see? But
Hell's
it
going
weren't
on,
a
dude?
dog. They told me it were a dog, but it were a stone.
A stone?
Yes. So I called it Patch, which was a popular name for a dog back then on account of the king having a patchy face. And I decided to introduce him to pretty little Gertie Thimble, who lived up the road.
Oh, how romantic.
She threw my dog in the river. That was the day I decided I'd never marry.
And that's the secret to your long life?
Oh no, I've been married 7 times. Divorced 8. There was a mix-up with number 3.
What?
Yes, I'm just...
What? How does it happen? How does it how does it I was married. They had a baby. We're having a baby. Oh my god, dude. This game.
Are we going back to the home soon?
Soon, Alfie. First, let's turn to the reason we're all here. The weekly Territory 1 Team Awards. First up tonight is a lady who really knows how to put in the extra hours. She works at a transition centre in Hamble-Bamblebury, and she has single-handedly allowed more families to unburden each other than
Yeah,
any
this is a
other
game.
nurse in Territory 1. In the uneven path, she'd have been locked up. Tonight, she is being honoured as a team player. Please welcome Daphne Snister.
Are you...
Oh, fuck.
Just give her a medal, Alfie. There's a good boy.
Right, got you. I mean, 2 sugars, please. And don't let it steep too long.
I think you're supposed to give me one of those.
Oh. Well,
There he goes. Look.
I can't get the arms up any higher than that. You'll have to go down, love.
Thank God those fractious times are behind us. Now the territories are thriving.
Are we in? As the actors
Are we in?
Yes, thank you. I've got it from here.
Well done. Daphne Snister, everybody. Now, open your envelope and find out what you've won. Crikey, don't hold back there. She's tougher than one of Peter's homemade Eccles cakes.
Got it. I've won a holiday for 2 in Territory 15. Used to be called San Palmerino, didn't it?
I believe it did, yes.
Why couldn't we have stuck with that then? It's easier to remember.
We're all one nation now.
Hang on a minute. Isn't it still on fire?
Daphne Snister, everyone.
Oh, what about my change? I've been in these wide fronts for 3 days now.
We'll get to that, Alfie.
Oh, right you are, love.
Next up tonight is a couple from Farnley
Jesus.
who, after a rocky start losing their family's ill-gotten gains to the Assets and Wealth Act, have really embraced the new future, setting up a community farm and petting zoo in their local area for all the local children to play. Please, Otho and Lavinia.
Fuck, dude, I keep picking the wrong one.
Randy Gannett. Medals, Alfie.
You know, when I was in the trenches, I had a pal called Scott.
This is what happens when you get a 107-year-old man to do the fucking award shit.
But he were me best mate.
Should we just grab them personal?
Probably for the best.
And his best mate was Smudger Ace. There was them two. Fiddly Eric, Unstable Terry, and of course, Leggy Sydney. She were a girl, but she had a boy's name, so they shipped her to the front anyway. First girl any of us has ever seen, close up. She's dead now. They all are. Smudger and Scotty never made it home. Fiddly got shanked in Frankfurt prison in an argument over an olive. And Terry
Over an olive?
exploded quietly at home. Sydney got a fatal skin condition. Scratched herself to death. It makes you think.
Thanks, Alfie. Great contribution. So, Otho and Lavinia, a petting zoo.
After we lost all our wealth, we discovered there were actually people
All
who
our
never
wealth.
even owned a pony. So we decided to do something about it. That's the type of people we are, you see. Advantage of a private education, probably.
Well, I'm sure we could debate that all night, but there's no time. So, let's see what you've won.
Yes, before we do, there's something I wanted to say to you.
Oh, absolutely. Every citizen of the new future has my ear.
When Advance came to power, you took all of our wealth. You took the shirts off of our backs.
Quite literally, in my case, I used to collect shirts.
You might as well have the rest of it too.
Oh,
Oh God, not again. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Bennies and the news are not good bedfellows. Keep those flackbits off my channel, Alex.
Yeah, sounds good.
You are? Oh, no.
Got to go.
You tell him, girl. That's my wife, you know. Oh, no, you don't.
You can't take pearls with swine, it isn't right! We used to have 3 horses, sent into Bethel and hung well. And now what have we got? 2 mangy goats, 1 mongrel dog called Kenneth. Bloody shut up!
Can we get this over quickly with, please?
As the actress said to the bishop. Hello, Alfie Tadge-Badger. Pleased to meet you.
Stop them!
Jesus.
Oh, don't worry, love. I'll protect you. Oh,
You better don't know what he knows.
You know, this reminds me of when I was in the 20s and we go to the promenade at Shining on Sea and watch all the pretty girls on the
There we go.
beach.
Hung well.
It was black and white then, of course. We'd visit the Penny Arcade and try to win a block of lard.
Did she just get tased?
You couldn't buy lard in those days. You had to win it. Oh, it was so much simpler back then. Boys were boys, girls were girls. Everyone else was recruited.
I lost a broadcast. Yeah, she's dead now for sure.
You see, circuses, with their big tents and their candy floss. You'd hear the music, the pipe organ.
Definitely not having a baby.
My mum used to call it the most magical sound in the world. This was before she lost her hearing after giving a particularly loud round of applause. Did you ever go to the circus?
What's that, Alfie?
The circus, yeah, oh, never mind. Yeah, just a tea, Pet.
Well,
Did he break his
an
nose?
unexpected dose of naked nostalgia. Some people simply can't let go of the past. That's why I look in joy and fervent admiration at the younger generation. So cohesive, such a team. And with fertility falling throughout the territories, we should value our fabulous new generation now more than ever. Our final winner tonight is a go-getter who really
Go-getter.
helping to root out more than 170 disrupt collaborators in his own neighborhood. Since then, he's gone on to be a senior cohesion cadet leader and organised all of the entertainment at last year's Camp Cooperation. Our final winner tonight, Edwin Neverlay.
I thought it was going to be like our kid.
You should be in a transition centre.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I forgot what our kid's name was. Oh,
It's an absolute pleasure to finally meet you. We're very similar, in my opinion.
Well, I've never been much of a role model.
Nonsense. Prime Minister, you have saved this country. You have fought enemies.
can't let go of the past. Exactly.
As with my own tiny fists have I.
Tiny fists.
Well, let's open the envelope and find out what you've won. Maybe it'll be a fist enlargement.
Yeah, hope he won a fisting. Yeah. It's a child.
A year's internship as a behaviour coach at Betterment.
Carry the fist. Exactly.
Well, actually, Betterment is about rehabilitation, Edwin. Absolutely.
Fuck, I keep hitting the wrong button.
We retaliate, just like you did on Liberation Night. Thank you for this award, and stay vigilant. Report to non-cohesives. Be a team player.
That concludes tonight's awards. Join me next week when, hopefully, things will be a lot more normal. Back to you, Megan.
Prime Minister Salisbury there at a highly eventful team awards ceremony. Any thoughts on this week's winners, Stacey?
The nurse was fucking scary, the pretties were saggy, and that little prick will never lose his virginity.
Succinctly put there, if a little profane. After the break, we'll be going live to a star-studded premiere. You won't believe who's on the red carpet tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Oh, Alex, one other... What's that? You're off already? I know you had to take the day off work, Petunia, but... Oh, I see. No luck still with Theodore. I'm so sorry, darling. Of course. Speak to you later. Oh, Alex, to say. Blasted awful.
So,
Still, I'm lucky to have them.
lucky to have who?
Control into some kind of tragic cosmic disaster.
Even as they still refuse to feed their own. But they have underestimated us. Although they may have scarred our bodies, they will never damage our will.
Are you receiving a...
Are you fucking with us?
Oh, right. So she can swear.
But happiness is everywhere. Satisfaction radiates from every metric.
Okay.
We are producing more and faster than ever before. We have more time.
I'm a little worried that something's gonna happen during the break here.
For art, we have less stress.
So,
and we are healthier than
grab
ever.
with a can and then you've got these
Our
generic
new
things in your
future
to glue it all
is
together.
secure.
They do know I have a Queen's View degree in journalism.
Don't you wish you'd studied something useful, no?
Let's bring your daughter to work day. What a
Despots beyond our
Where
borders
is our
for whom
honoured guest?
cohesiveness is an alien
Sitting
concept.
around that boy band.
Every
Top
day,
spot.
Heat
across
rash.
these territories,
Heat rash?
Heat rash.
and friends reach
Hang
out
out
to
names,
friends.
aren't they?
I assume the computer comes up with them. This one's too. Ah, there she is, and just in time too. It's 10 seconds, everybody.
What have you been up to?
What's it to you? And we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. Stacey's still here. Wishing she wasn't. Thanks, Stacey. And in this segment, we're delighted to have sent Robin and Patrick to the movies. Yes.
Is Patrick
tonight
back,
is the
though?
world premiere of The
Or is it the-
Automated, starring Lawrence Blunderclatch and the late great Helena Canterbury Boatshoe. And all the stars are out tonight. We
Oh my.
first covered this film almost 5 years ago, back when it was called The Medicated. Then
Oh!
the film was suddenly pulled the night before its release. Well, since then, executive producer George Focus has spent 5
Dude.
long years polishing the film and turning it into a special edition premiering tonight. With extensive state-of-the-art visual effects and a top-quality voice team, George says it's the movie he always wanted to make. Now, let's take a look at it.
This is, yeah, the fucking movie from the first episode. With the weird fucking doctor.
I can't deconstruct it. I can't deconstruct it. Box.
Is this a wig?
You think I don't grow that? You think I don't grow that?
No, Dick, I'll kill you. Think of Sat, I'll kill you.
There's something on your face, Chief Harrison.
I love that. What?
I wish you were
They did a foreign, like, voice dub, like this was a foreign movie, but the, like, it was in English before. So they're just redoing the voices.
Quasar.
You rusted, but I didn't notice it.
Captain.
I'm buffering, Dick, you said.
Got one on
What?
you.
God damn it, lost it all.
Here's a map.
What's a map?
What the fuck?
Okay, so head north on Interstellar Avenue, left at the asteroid belt, and a tricky three-point turn at Uranus.
Alright, well, you didn't have to see her.
This is the key.
Shut it down.
Yes, we could shut it down. Yes, we could shut it down.
But we have to ask ourselves, who are we?
Oh, shit.
Gosh, thrilling stuff. What did you think, Stacey? Thrilling stuff. What did you think, Stacey?
The robots were all right.
The robots were alright.
They certainly were. Let's go over to Robin Short now in Western Square, who I believe has got the star of the show. Robin!
Right, you, shall we?
Yes, we are live from Western Square with a man who needs no introduction, Lawrence Blunderclatch. How has your evening been so far?
Magical.
Oh, dear.
Absolutely magical. My most dear friends all gathered here to celebrate my work. One really couldn't ask for much more, could one?
Well, on that note, with award season just around the corner, are you hoping to add to your collection for a third time?
Well, I really couldn't say. But if the association deigned to honour me for a fourth time, so be it. It's really not for me to say. But let's just say that I know of 3 little gold men who are getting rather lonely.
Absolutely.
Because I've won 3. 3 little awards.
And each more deserved than the last. Well, it's safe to say that your career has gone supersonic in the last couple of years. How's that been?
Well, as I was saying to Stephen only yesterday...
Steven Spellman.
The Stephen Spellman.
Lovely chap.
Lovely chap. I mean, unbelievable mind. I said, Stephen, you know, this really has been quite a ride.
Yeah. What do you say?
Agreed with me.
Yeah. I agree too.
Wow. And what do you attribute your success to?
Well, if we're talking actual numbers, I'd have to say 60% talent, 30% looks, and 10% passion, brackets general. Not to mention the incredible coverage on election night. That really was the start of it all. That and my own range of sick bags. Lawrence's Chundercatch.
Wow. Who could
Yeah.
forget? Well, it's been a delight talking to you, as always. Thank you so much. Well,
Easy, yeah. Patrick is dead. That is not Patrick Bannon.
That doesn't involve vomit. Patrick!
Thank you, Robin. Let's hope
And
not.
that's Miley Cyrus and Billy Ray
Billy
Cyrus.
Bob Jean Short. And surely you recognize my youngest pop sensation,
Lil D.
Lil D. Her Lil C Colors album drops next week.
Actually, we weren't expecting Lil C. Is she?
She's around. She's not been feeling very well. She's put me in charge.
Has she?
Well, the courts have. They gave me stewardship over her estate, her finances, and her internal soul. Praise
Stuart Short.
Wow.
Stewardship.
Is she coming?
Dude.
Questions for her.
Well, she might be a long
Dude, you
but
can't.
as a
No.
legal and spiritual guardian.
Too soon on that Britney Spears.
And Lil D, was it? Well, you look great.
Oh, thank you. You know what? I feel great.
Well, who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Little C, and you could be too.
Really?
Little C's new line launches tonight. This is one of my favourite looks. It's called...
Oh, what a unique name!
Hard to spell, though.
But of course, Lil C is basically fashion royalty now, with a veritable clothing empire to her name.
Yeah, well, the label's gone from strength to strength since our initial TV launch on this very show, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So really, we have all you to thank for all this. You know, this hat cost more than my second jet. Feel that? Feel that?
Yes, it's a nice hat.
Nice.
Person.
And Forbes magazine has named me the youngest self-made success story ever.
And do you have any advice for anyone wanting to follow in your footsteps?
Absolutely. All you need to succeed on your own is your family's financial backing and pre-existing fame. It's not rocket science, people.
Oh, well, but in sadder news, am I right that Lil C is going to be retiring from music?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. I'm sure you can imagine. At 25, she's far too old for pop music. She can't keep up with these young stars. So her best of album is out now, and she's touring that later this year. And then her farewell tour the year after that, and that's her last chance to see her. So until the reunion tour and then the classic tour.
The reunion tour.
It's been a long and varied career, as you can imagine.
Dude.
Oh, and if her health's bad, then maybe it's for the best.
What's wrong with her health? Oh, what's wrong with her health? Yes, her health. Her poor health. And it's surprisingly expensive.
Oh, goodness me. I just
Curse
me.
you, Zaytan! Damn your intergalactic justice!
Zayton.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'd better be letting you get back. Those babies aren't going to sell themselves, or possibly at all. Billy Bob, Lil C, D, thank you so much for joining me, and do pass our best wishes to Lil C.
Who? Oh!
Now, it looks like Robin is with a music legend who actually is irreplaceable. Is that who I think it is, Robin?
It absolutely is, Patrick. Jesus, how are you?
Yeah, you know, I'm good. I'm great. No thanks to you, silencing me, silencing the truth.
Are you referring to your attempt to incite violence against the democratically elected leaders of this country on live TV?
Yeah, exactly. And instead of being held a visionary, my management and agent, they all dropped me.
Oh, no.
But you can't break me when you didn't make me, you understand? See, I'm the voice, I'm the hope. You can lock me up, Call the doctors, but only the moon can judge me.
So, what have you been up to since your team cut ties with you?
Doesn't matter.
Keep building, keep moving. I'm actually working on a track right now. Written, recorded, directed, all by myself.
You're just lucky you're not dead, dude.
I know I'd love to hear it, and I'm sure the people at home would love to as well.
Alright, thank you for the hydrate.
Yeah, sure, of course. Give me the mic.
Oh, he's spitting. He's spitting.
Yo. The news tried to shut my mouth, but it won't be long until they go south. Because my name's Big J and you can't stop me. See, no censorship can stop me.
Everything's curated, yeah.
See, that's all I've got at the moment.
Did you just rhyme me with me?
No!
No!
This wouldn't happen again. You're supposed to clap and say, well done, Julian, well done.
Well done, Julian.
Thank you.
Good lord.
Now, ask me a polite question, and I'll walk away nicely.
Is it true that you're heir to a hotel chain?
What? Where did you hear that?
And that you're very much alive parents
La, la, la,
currently
la,
on the
la,
run
la,
from
la,
massive
la, la, la,
financial
la, la,
holding?
la.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you trying to censor me? Oh, Jesus there, who really does seem to be going from strength to something. There are just so many stars here tonight, Megan. It really is the who's who of whatever here. I'm going to see if I can grab a moment with someone rather special. I hope you're not too jealous, Megan. Back to you.
Robin, but I think Stacey and I are probably in quite enough trouble where we are. So, 3 big names there, Stacey.
Yeah, big names.
Any thoughts about them, maybe from your generation's perspective?
You won't like my opinions.
Go on, try me.
Well, Bumbanonk is so old he's like 1 week away from a transition centre, so who cares? And Lil C
Oof.
was cool when I was like 12 or something, but now she's just another fucking loony. And Jesus is a disrupt-loving wanker who should have died with the rest of them 3 years ago.
You're right.
You agree with me?
No, you're right, I don't like your opinions. But thankfully, we can go back to Patrick now, who has another familiar face to catch up with. Oh, Patrick, what's the atmosphere like there?
It's absolutely buzzing here, Megan. The anticipation is killing us. But a little birdie's told us that any moment now, we should get a glimpse of someone incredibly popular with our viewers. A favourite destination for many of the fans. Yes, the Mayor of
Okay.
Bumley will be arriving.
Bumley. I don't know who the Mayor of Bumley
any
is.
second now. No sign of him yet, but as you can tell, the atmosphere here really is something else. Patrick Bannon, NNN, what's it been like since Bumley got so popular?
Well, it's been wonderful. The tourism numbers have exploded thanks to the marketing campaign. Investors have ploughed millions into the town. We've got more Bumleyan jobs. It's brought more Bumleyan homes. We're all very grateful. Of course, it's not all bums and roses.
Bums and
It's almost
fucking
impossible to
shut
get a
up,
good
dude.
look at the whole these days. The crowds are unbelievable. Who can blame them? It's a bloody marvellous whole.
And how have you found public service?
Well, to be frank with you, it's been the greatest honour of my life to serve the town that I love so dearly. From the banks of the graceful Taint to the quiet elegance of the vomit-soaked car park outside the 24-hour petrol station. It's been a privilege, a pleasure, a gift, and I can't thank the mayor enough for all he's done.
Let's talk to the mayor now. Excuse me, sir. Can you tell us a bit of what it's like to be elected to such a prestigious office?
The Mayor is a dog.
And do you have any words for your legions of fans out there? Stoic, but blistering honesty from the Right Honourable Peanut T. Fortescue there, and his PA.
Dude.
Proclamation! Quickly, fetch a policy bag. Yes, sir. We'll get it ratified at once.
Well, there you have it, Megan. What an honour to literally see local government at work there. I'm still in shock. Back to you at the studio.
Thanks, Patrick. What a colourful interview there on what looks
Very
like
colourful.
an amazing night. They certainly know how to make an entrance. And the automated really does seem to have unstoppable written all over it, because despite Boris Hawley in Hours magazine calling it Lawrence Blunderclatch's overly long suicide note, in a review which ends with the words, "and he hasn't even had the decency to see it through," the film, which is free to all residents of the territories, has seen record pre-bookings and looks set to run for months and months. But let's go back to those lucky few seeing it tonight. Oh, I'm so jealous. Robin.
Well, I thought I saw some leprechauns in the green room, but I think it might have been someone's kids. But I know, they just keep coming. And here are some more famous faces, or famous brains, I suppose.
Oh,
Dr. David
Dom
Wong
and
Dr. Ingrid
Swarsborg and
is also
Horgensborn.
here. We have been following your
Swarsborg and
quite successful art
Horgensborg.
show over the last few years. What's it like
Let's
to be back on
go.
Dryland?
It's so wonderful. I'm still not used to it. Every time I see the sun, I want to just scream out and joy.
Dr. David Wong and Ingrid
Every day to your viewers for their
fucking
support.
Swarsborg and
Without
Horgensborg.
them, well, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
And am I right in thinking that you two have a lovely little boy together?
Dante's 3 now, and he's gorgeous.
Oh, what a beautiful family.
Not since she left me.
Aw.
Oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to,
It's fine.
Oh, it's fine, is it?
Well, what happened?
Well, you know, the normal story.
Normal
Sometimes
story.
things aren't as easy as they were when all you had was a cave.
No sooner was she able to see me in daylight than she was zooming off with a moron.
Oh, she's not a moron. She's a doctor.
A dermatologist is not a doctor.
Oh my.
So sorry about this.
I'm sure she's got lovely skin. But forgive me if I don't ask her to do a coronary artery bypass.
If you carry on eating those pies, you might have to.
Here we go
Oh.
again. Very good. We can't all have pores as clean as hers, can we?
At least she doesn't have a PhD in biomechanics.
You take that back.
Well, thanks to you both for pushing the boundaries of human knowledge.
Arsehole.
Crikey! Well, the movie's about to start, so Patrick and I are about to share a box of overpriced popcorn. Back to you, Megan.
Thanks, Robin. Lucky you, and enjoy the movie. The Automated opens in cinemas across the territories this weekend. What a star-studded event, hey, Stacey?
Who cares? No one goes to the cinema these days.
Of course. We'll be back after these messages. I still go to the cinema.
You should get yourself a video recorder, like the one at the home.
Yeah, I've got a video recorder. It's just not the same, is it?
You're right, it's better. No unevens chatting and chewing all the way through.
What about a kiss and cuddle on the back row? Doesn't that happen anymore?
In public? What's wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong with me.
Yeah, nothing's
Any
wrong.
better?
That's where you come in.
Alright, you are.
Got to get set up for heat rash.
I think Ronnie's on something.
I know he is. It was on his rider. Apparently it's medicinal.
Ronnie's always high. Give him orange juice.
God, she speaks.
He's a stupid cunt.
And just like that, you wish you wouldn't.
Wait, what the fuck? Santa's playing a ukulele?
Bunched up its end.
Oh, don't worry. It's so cold.
It's what now? Oh, here's Megan. She's going to be interviewing you.
Hello. Hi.
This is her. This is Stacey.
Well, hello there, Stacey.
Fuck off, Ronnie. Right. No, I'm sorry, but if we can't be polite, you're going to have to wait in the dressing room. Whatever. Do you want to go and wait in the dressing room? Hmm?
The Automated.
No.
And, of course,
No what?
Space Opera, parts 1, 2, and 5.
No.
So why not put on your
Thank
imposing
you.
trousers, sharpen
Ooh.
your
Sit up straight. You're ruining my shot.
you grab
That's 10 seconds, everybody.
No, cool.
Fucking right, Noko.
What's that? What's no?
Bring in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. For our final segment tonight, Stacey and I are delighted to be joined by Heat Rash.
Heat Rash.
Their new album, Girls and Why We Love Them All, comes out this weekend. So let me see if I can get this right. It's Nolan,
I write the songs.
Ronnie.
That's what it says on my tattoo.
Oh, you've got a tattoo of your name on yourself. Okay.
In case he forgets it.
This news broadcast is so hard.
Chinny. Why do they call you Chinny?
It's because of this ugly old thing.
I don't know what you mean.
God, you're so fucking embarrassing.
Dale. Crikey, Dale, you do not look old enough to be in a band.
I get that a lot. I'm
Oh
actually
my
23,
goodness.
the oldest one. I have a growth disorder.
Oh.
God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that.
It's so cool, PT.
He's only messing with you.
He's actually 58.
Okay, right, I see. You're going to be a handful, aren't you, boys? And you must be TP. What does TP stand for?
Tiny prick.
It stands for team player.
I see. How long have you had that, Nick?
It's really hard to pause the news
Nolan
program.
decided
There's nowhere to like.
was a shit name for a member of a boy band.
No co, Ronnie.
Yeah, no co, Ronnie.
Sorry, what does no-co mean?
Ah, it's the opposite of Soko.
Fuck's sake. Soko. Yeah. So cohesive.
There we go. We'll do Stone Cold mode after the game, because what I do now with Stone Cold mode is I have to bring up a thing. So I have to bring up the camera thing, but I will do it before we end stream. We got to do all the shout outs, so we'll definitely do it then. It's just I am very focused on this game, and it's hard to do anything like Stone Cold related. If I don't end up doing it, I'll refund the points, but I will do Stone Cold mode in a bit. And I love you, Dr. Dead.
You pretees say cool.
Right, okay, thank you, Stacey.
I'm sorry about her.
Not your fault. She's uneven.
So you guys met through a popular show on
Yeah.
one of our rival channels, didn't you?
Yeah, team players with a Z.
So how did that work then?
Well, actually, Dell and I knew each other from school. We were actually classmates. And
Fuck's sake, Nolan, mate. Give someone else a chance. We all went on team players. We all auditioned. The judges put us into bands. And, yeah, we went to their houses and they just put us into bands.
it's an example of how we're greater than the sum of our parts when we work in harmony.
And occasionally singing it.
So every week on the show, they get these bands and they give them a song that the producer just found probably under the bin somewhere.
Actually, I write the song.
And the public would phone in and decide which song they like best.
Right, and then the losers would be eliminated. Yeah.
Mum.
No co. Pretty. So no co.
The band who get the most approval get to play their song again.
Sure. So what happens to the losers then?
Mum.
What do I keep doing wrong?
We don't use the L word anymore. We don't use the L word.
Would you please stop saying that? Would you please stop saying
That word is a pejorative. It's a word designed to diminish. At Go
My
Go's, I learned
God.
very early that we only win when everybody wins.
But, sorry, that's not real life, is it? That's just sports board, no?
Thought you were Soko.
Yeah, I am so good.
Nah, you're a shrinker. Can't be friends with shrinkers.
She doesn't know what you're talking about. She doesn't understand.
So I do understand, actually, Stacey.
What's a shrinker?
Well, a shrinker.
What's
is-
a preety, Mum? What's a preety?
Well, I think it means someone who's older, doesn't it?
Pre-territories.
It's someone who turned 18 before the new future. We call you preties.
Uneven.
Mimi. Nonks.
It's not her fault she's old. She can't help it.
I'm not that old.
I'm trying to help you here.
I don't think I need your help.
See? Total Mimi. See?
Is that so?
Hang on, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be right back. We'll be right back after our break.
obviously. Yes, obviously.
There we go.
You know what the real problem with you lot is? You just can't get over the fact that your beloved Disrupt are gone and you just don't fit in anymore. But the truth is, Disrupt were violent, no-co, pricks being led by a fucking psycho. I'm glad they lost, and you should be too.
Listen, not everyone over 30 supported Disrupt, Stacey.
Not everyone, no, but one fuck-off lot of you did.
SoCo, Stacey. SoCo.
The fuck?
We've all learned
So
maybe a
cool.
little bit more than we expected to there. I'm genuinely delighted to have met Heat Rash. And before we end the show tonight, I think you're going to sing for us, aren't you?
Yes, that's right. We're going to sing a song from Girls and Why We Love Them All called Pieces of My Heart, which is about a real relationship I had with an actual girl.
jeez, here we
Give me
go.
a rest, mate. No one cares. Go on, let's get on these stools, lads.
Right.
Let's get on these stools, lads.
So, Stacey, can I get your contact?
Oh, she's 15. Go on, piss off and sing your song, Terry. Piss off and
Right you are.
Jesus.
So, here they are with their latest single, Pieces of My Heart. Are you excited, Stacey?
Not for me, no. I only listen to blip music and a bit of jizzcore.
Blip music.
Pop
Jizzcore.
music is
Ah, yes, I know I meant to mention this earlier. Apparently, these newfangled boy bands change singer all the bloody time. Try and follow along, eh? Keep the shot on whoever is currently singing the lead vocal.
I saw you standing by the
Hey.
man, you sent with a brand new pair of Lakers, baby. Do you remember? You took the first of the pieces of my heart. You wandered into a bush and grabbed a vodka and stang. Took our assets and our wealth and drew them out of the bag. I gave you little pieces of my heart. I didn't know two hearts could ever feel like this, girl. It's like you were custom made for me by Remington Smith. I take all of the loves that didn't last and leave them in the uneven past. Share the new future as my bride. You snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times that you cried. As my old man used to say, you blow me away. I just want you to stay. I don't want you to pay. You make me crazier than Neil today. On Liberation Night, girl, I was sitting beside you. We sat there shaking all the way through incisors. We held each other as things fell apart. We took a train through all the territories and we threw away the rules and wrote our personal stories. You took a dozen pieces of my heart.
This song is probably the worst one of all of them.
I didn't know the life could ever feel like this, girl. It's like you were custom made for me by Remington's fist. I take all of the loves that didn't last. I leave them there, the uneven past. Share the new future as my bride. Snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times you have cried. There's your membership card. There's your picture beaming brighter than a handful of flaws. I'm trying to find the pieces of my heart and leave them in the uneven parts. Share the new future as my bride. You snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times that you cried. As my old man used to say, you blow me away. I just want you to stay. I just want you to play. You make me crazier than neon. Crazier than neon. Crazier than neon today.
Wow. Well, fantastic. Thank you, Heat Rash. That was actually really good. Best of luck. Thank you for coming in. Now it's almost time for final thoughts tonight.
Final thoughts?
And I've actually asked Stacey to write a few, and they're just being programmed onto the auto cue now. Now I have no idea what she's going to say. So fingers on that bleep button in the broadcast room, just in case. Take it away, Stacey. Take it away, Stacey.
My name is Stacey. I guess you know that by now. Don't know why I put that in there. Anyway. I don't watch the news. There's no need. You hear all the important stuff from your mates, so I don't know what's considered important anymore. But I'm pretty sure that it's not rehash movies and fucking boy bands, so anyway. I'm going to talk about what's important to me. When Advance were first elected 6 years ago, I was 9 and in a home. Not a family home like you call a home. This was a state children's home. It was fucking awful, actually. It was like a Charles Dickens book. The roof leaked and the walls were damp some mornings. The food was bad. Drugs and alcohol were everywhere. No one cared. You had to watch your back all the time because there weren't enough staff to manage us. And yes, as you'd imagine, there was a lot of some bad stuff went down there with some of the staff. Okay. Not all of them, but the others knew, and they didn't stop it. And then Advance won the election. And like a miracle, things started to change. They got better. We had nicer food. The home was not just repaired, but redecorated and kitted out with books and sports stuff and musical instruments and video games. Most of the staff were fired, and the new ones, which there were more of, spent time talking and working with the bullies. And you know what? A second miracle. It worked. The bullying stopped. My life, got better. Because finally, there was enough money to do the good things, and Advance had the guts to do it. I joined Go Getters, and on Liberation Night, that gave me a group of friends that I could talk with when the bombs went off and the power went out. Another miracle. I wasn't alone anymore. And that was the night I finally understood the importance of being in a team. So here's my final thought. I know the people who were doing better under the old system long to go back. You say, we were freer, but what you mean is, we were richer. But for every one of you, there is 100 of me. And even now, after all you've had taken away, you are still doing better than I am, than I likely ever will. You still have homes of your own and families of your own who love you. And I'll never have that. So maybe you should stop looking for the worst interpretation of everything this amazing government does and realise it's not for you. It's for the millions like me. And you can cry and bleat all you want, but you're never going to get your money back because it's already been spent on miracles.
Wow, thank you, Stacey, for that. My name's Megan Wolf. Let's keep making tomorrow better.
And we're out.
Is that all right?
Yes. yes, that was more than all right.
My sweet son. I think you might have actually given them something to think about.
So I guess you're going to be taking me back to the home now then.
Oh, fuck?
We could
All
go out somewhere,
day.
have a meal, talk about our options,
That's actually kind of hilarious.
if that's okay.
Of course, Miss Wolf. Security will be standing by.
So they're always there then?
There was a thing a few years ago now.
Oh, with that Jeremy bloke? I heard about that, everyone did. Were you here back then? Doesn't look old enough. She's growing on me.
Yeah, she does that.
That's nice. Hippity bop. That's actually not, that's kind of a banger, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. A plus, A plus, A plus! A little bit of a dip on the at the end of the first broadcast. Some rude words were on the broadcast. I don't give a flying motherfuck. An interference-free show and exceedingly boring. Disrupt, effectively silent. Well, yeah, they're dead. All of them. Generous bonus. My current wealth is broke-ass poor. Yeah, that makes sense. There we go. Let's do the rush. The last one was after the team awards. It was after this. That's before the team awards, I think, right? Might be after. It's a long one. Oh, yeah, because it's the award show. Does that make sense?
We absolutely love hearing the. We absolutely love hearing the way our neighbours and team members have been able to come. Now it's just
nobody cares.
Everything all right here? Can I get you a glass of water? Or everything all right here?
Okay.
You know what? This actually used to be called the National Nightly News. Now it's just
nobody cares.
Everything all right here? Okay, Stacey? Can I get you a glass of water? Or good luck.
Kill me.
Alrighty.
Oh, sorry, I forgot my murdering kit today.
Pity.
Do you want me to leave?
No, Stacey, I just want you to try.
Coming back from the titles, quiet in the studio.
Jesus.
First up tonight on the NNL.
Stacey, if we could just reduce the word
We've got to shut up so that Stacey.
Stacey, if we could just reduce the word
We've got to shut up so that Stacey.
Including you.
Of approval there from Stacey. Let's go live to that right now.
Good evening, everybody.
Oh my.
Oh, it's nice to get an opinion.
I want to hear her. Can you shut up, please?
Stacey, if we could just reduce the word
We've got to shut up so that Stacey.
Including you, Mum.
Really? Let's try the pre-roll. Because I know there was one, like, yeah, it was after the intro. It might have been the award one, actually. I want to check this out, and then we're going to rate out.
And this is Jenny. She's the floor manager.
Hi, Stacey.
That's Colin.
But we can play it out. Sound alerts are on now. That was the last one of the night.
Not getting involved and bring your daughter to work,
So,
Colin.
Nah, we don't believe in it.
All right, come and sit next to Mum.
Believe in what?
Just days.
Wait, so yeah, she's not Mom.
Not a girl.
They're not. Well, obviously, like, adopted,
Mum.
but...
Believe in
Mum.
I believe in it.
All right, come and sit next to Mum.
Believe in what?
Just days.
Not a girl.
10 seconds, everybody. What, all of it?
Monday's a myth.
That explains so much. Okay, we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Okay. There we go. So that was there. So let's try that one then. Let's go back to the awards one. It was before we went off the air on the last one. I guess. It was after we went to commercial on the first round. So I think it was after the awards here. So we're going to have to watch the entire award thing to get all the info.
We absolutely love hearing the way our neighbours and
Okay. Just completely silenced while watching it. Jeez. Hang on, let's see. Oh yeah, I can open it. Hang on. Or start doing Stone Cold mode now. Alright, where's my PNG tuber model? Alexa, 5-minute timer.
5 minutes, starting now.
Now we're doing Stone Cold mode. We'll get the PNG tuber model on and running. What? Coming soon. What? Stone Cold can't wait to appear on screen. Here I am. What? Alright, Stone Cold, gotta look for the news.
You tell him, girls. That's my wife, you know.
Oh my god.
You can't make pearls with swine. Then to Defessel and Hungwell.
Oh my god. Hungwell, what?
Two mangy goats, one
Oh my god.
He used to have 3 horses. Then to Defessel
Brendan and Hungwell.
And now what have we got?
Oh my god. Oh.
Stop them!
Oh my god.
Oh, don't worry, love. I'll protect you. Oh, 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 oh.
Oh my god. Oh my god, she's about to get murdered.
Pretty girls on the beach. Everything was black and white then, of course. We'd visit the
Oh my
Penny
god.
Arcade and try to win a block of lard to take home for the family. We couldn't buy lard.
Oh my god. Hopefully the award show's over now.
Camp cooperation.
We're very similar, in my opinion.
Oh my god.
Well, I've never been much of a role model.
Nonsense. Prime Minister, you have saved this country. You have fought enemies, foreign and domestic, with 9 fists. As with my own tiny fists have I.
My tiny fist, Gary the tiny fist, what?
What you won? Maybe it'll be a fist enlargement.
Oh my god.
And liberation band.
I want to hear something about Liberation Night. What'd they do?
Edwin? Absolutely. And if they don't reintegrate, we retaliate. Just like you did on Liberation Night. Thank you for this award. And stay vigilant. Report the non-cohesives.
Oh my god.
Be a team player.
Prime Minister Salisbury there at a highly eventful tea.
Little prick will never lose his virginity.
Okay, well,
Oh my god.
succinctly put there, if a little profane.
Little profane, yep.
Believe who's on the red carpet tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Peter Clement
And we're
was my
out.
best.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm going live to a star-studded premiere. You won't believe
You shouldn't
who's on
be
the red
interning
carpet
at
tonight.
Betterment. You should be
We'll
being
back
enrolled.
after this.
Peter Clement
And
was
we're
my
out.
best friend.
You know, somewhere else
I
in
wouldn't
this
have
building,
changed
in
one
a
thing
tiny
about
room,
him.
all by themselves, is a person called Alex Winston. Now, I would
Oh
really
my god.
appreciate it
Talking
if you
about
could
me.
get through one sentence tonight without making them reach for the bleep button every time you do. Do you think we could try that? Alex and Winston.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. They're talking about me.
Room, all by themselves, is a person called Alex Winston.
Yeah, but that's me.
I would really appreciate it if you could get through one sentence tonight without making them reach for the bleep button every time you do. Do you think we could try that?
Alex and Winston can go fuck themselves.
Oh my god.
Is it just me, or did that segment remind you of the good old days?
What, like everything's spiraling out of control into some kind of tragic comic disaster?
Yeah, that. It's just like having him back in the chair.
Do you reckon he's watching us somewhere? Laughing.
I hope so.
Jeremy, are you watching us?
Are you receiving us?
Are you fucking with us?
Oh, right. So she can
Damn
swear.
straight. I love that. Alright, we're gonna save and quit though. Stoko really loves this game. It's a phenomenal game, ladies and gentlemen. Alexa, stop. Now, with that being said, Stoko's gonna disappear.
Good evening. I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
I'm Jeremy Donaldson. I absolutely adore this game. We have probably one more stream to go with this game before it disappears. And now, like, we know all the characters here.
What a wild ride!
A wild ride! That was from the first episode.
Well, that's a very blunt question.
That hasn't happened yet. It happened, but like I was not paying attention. But that was Peter Clement, who's dead now.
And have confidence that the team.
It's so it's so weird, dude.
Hercules!
Ayo, JK, thank you so much for the 25 minutes, homie.
Yes, the people never happy.
Oh, tiny penis.
I cannot believe you, Ellen.
Just looking at the screen, dude.
Are you saying that advance have cured death?
Alright.